All right, let's go ahead and begin. Wow. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, time for a tea on the YouTube side, obviously. All right, cool. Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Moss Dragon. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Orlandos, and welcome to the club, buddy. Wait, that's yours. That's yours intro. How's it going, nerd? And then hello, Jay. Welcome. And how's it going, everybody? Hopefully you've had a good Sunday. I have been doing nothing but fucking yard work all Sunday, and I'm ready to be off this ride. I'm off. I had to get ready for some like repair people coming in for like a roof thing. Nothing bad. It's just like they just need access to like parts around my house that have gotten a little overgrown. Got a VPN. Oh shit! Okay, that's all good. It's all good. Yeah, see if the VPN works. If not, if you need to go back to the YouTubes, I totally understand. At the end of the day, you gotta do what works for you. Yeah, you were saying YouTube had some problems too, so hopefully this works out. But yeah, so hopefully everyone's had a good time. YouTube. I touch grass a lot by I'm forced to. I'm forced to by renting property. I now have to touch grass on the regs. But yeah, and then oh boy, this upcoming week is going to be doing a lot of prep stuff. Oh boy, this week is going to be a busy fucking week. But yeah, check it out. So today, in celebration of the Ewok movies we have watched in the Discord, I will be painting these Ewok minis. This is our good friend Wicket. Everybody knows Wicket. And this is Logray, who was in the first Ewok movie for like 0.3 seconds. And I'm going to be real. I know I have watched Empire Strikes Back, but it has been a hot fucking minute, so I don't remember when Logray shows up in that movie. Yeah, really fucking Wicket. Hell yeah. Fucking Wicket, bro. Like, honestly, these are pretty solid minis. I got them at my LGS on sale during Black Friday when they were just like, we don't think we can sell these Ewoks. Now, how about 50% off? So I'm like, shit, okay, I don't even really actively play Star Wars Legion at the time. I think I would like to play Star Wars Legion more, or at all, really. I don't know. I need to see what I really would need for effectively the second edition that is real now. Because I got like assorted things. I got the starter box for Empire and Rebels. I got the Black Sun starter box. I got some Ewok slingers, and I got Cassian Andor and the Robot Man. How you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. And how you doing, Fred? Welcome. Hello. Goodbye. Ooh, Chieftain too. I just remembered. When I went to my model shop to pick up some paints, I saw the tank you are named after, and I was like, ooh, shit. Deep lore. Let's go. It was honestly, I've been looking into a lot more model tank stuff. Just I don't really know why. I think it's because I've seen some people post some like model tanks of like really weird French tanks, and I was like, does my local shop got any of these like weird ass fucking like bulky pieces of shit? And it turns out the answer is no. I was like, how you doing, Belny? Welcome. I always hold the model by the bases. This is not news at this point. This is not news at all. I do this all the time. This is the standard. Stretch. There we go. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be painting the rim tonight anyway. I don't think so. I don't know how much of both of these I'm going to get done. Like, I'm even... What's how you doing, Matthew? Welcome, and thank you for the sub. Hell yeah. Howdy, nerds. Howdy. Today we'd be talking about, what's the name of that, like, weird French tank that I saw? It's like this, like, really boxy, like, goofy tank, and I'm like, I love this thing. I think it's like a World War I tank. It's like the St. Charles or something like that. I was like, oh shit, that looks nice. Painting white on pink. I am sorry. That sounds brutal. That sounds incredibly unfortunate, but hang in there. Yo. I was about to say, I know the pink trick for painting yellow. I don't know if there's a trick for painting pink. I so rarely need to paint pink. Like, outside of like maybe tongues or like weird, like fucked up flesh. How you doing, Steve? How you doing? Yeah, it's me. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say the most important part of the weekend, but it's this painting little bit is one of my favorites for sure. And hello, Nitro. Welcome. How you? I do like my little. I feel like as much as I like my Wednesday mini painting, it's definitely like this is the time I'm going to get the most work done. I find the Sunday ones nice and relaxing because it's kind of like, well, we're just gonna ease into a new week with some like goofy little figures and whatnot. It'll be good. Think I base coat light red. That sounds about right. I will take your advice on that. The Saint Shaman. Yeah. That tank. I saw that recently. Because I was just looking at some more core stuff, and someone's like, I feel like that's a tank the core would drive. But yeah, check this out. I also got a 3D printed core Crusader. Check it out. This is the first one I've printed with a gun. One of these days, I might eventually get their like official like book, I guess. Hey, fuck yeah, 7 streak. Let's go. No, shit, not book. I might eventually get the official starter kit, like the Clash of Rifles or whatever the fuck. The one that has like the 24 plastic minis and like the rules and stuff like that. Mind you, the guy behind it, I forget his actual name, like John Quillari or something like that. The John Zombie Smith himself has basically everything up online for free. The dude has actually got like a really, really cool release mindset. He's just like, yeah, we're just gonna release everything online for free forever. Fuck it. Which I guess makes sense because this is like his little passion project. He's been doing this forever. He wants people to play it. Wants people to enjoy his little goofy game, and I'm here for it. As someone who enjoys this little goofy game, I'm fucking jazzed. Yeah, today this week is gonna be interesting too. I need to do less Lancer prep work than I did last time, but still a decent amount. That should be fun. I also at some point during last stream, we discovered that there's a Baki game for the PS2 called like Fighting Fury. It was localized in Europe as Fighting Fury, you know, the most generic name you could possibly give a game. But I think I might be able to play it not this Tuesday, unfortunately, because I will not be able to stream on Tuesday because of guild work obligations. But next Tuesday, that should be a thing. That should be real. Apparently, though, the fucking ICP movie, The Big Money Hustlers, is super available on YouTube. Like, no one gives a shit. It's like some movies are on YouTube and some movies aren't. Big Money Hustlers is just on YouTube. I do not think a single person who was in that movie who had owned the rights could not give a single solitary fuck. How you doing, AJ? Welcome. How you doing? And hello, Vague. Welcome. I'm curious about the shenanigans too. I'm excited for this. I'm also this is not necessarily a spoiler, but what's it called? Previously I would do a big fight. I would do like one big Lancer fight at the end, and I think to be more kind of like what the game wants, I'm gonna probably open with one and have another fight in the middle. So you get double. We're gonna get double the fights, which I think is going to be very spicy for the audience. The anime Count of Monte Cristo or like the actual movie? No, the anime Count of Monte Cristo has a different name. It's like Gasha something or other. It's got a different name. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm aware of it from like a cultural historical standpoint where it's a big deal, but I've never actually like watched it or really a lot. Yeah, it's one of those having an anime is one of those like really weird quirks of history, I guess, where it was just like it was like a really cool looking anime too from what I've seen, because they do a thing where everything moves, but there's like it uses textures, like effectively like kind of almost like wallpapery textures for the different characters, and like as the frame moves, everything else doesn't do that. How you doing, Rookie? Welcome. Oh god, yeah, the fucking Gundam leaks. I think, like, I heard about the leaks during a stream of mine, and, like, the Bandai oh shit button activated, like, right as I was about to get off. Mind you, I don't realistically need a shitload of Gundam sprues, but, like, God, it's always, like, I mean, every now and then it's kind of, like, it's bad when a company fucks up like that, though I also remember some of the, like when Nintendo fucked up and ended up releasing a lot of source code for like really, really older games. I forget exactly what happened with that. It was either like the elite hackers broke into it. I think it was like really more like Nintendo had some like stupidly insecure servers holding a bunch of older stuff in like, I want to say China, but I don't think that was right. But anyway, like, I remember Nintendo had like a bunch of like old game source code leak and stuff like that. People were using that to like really cool preservation efforts to like decompile games, and we've been getting a lot of games that have been decompiled from their source code, which has been pretty baller. For like Mystical Ninja, I think got a decompile recently, which pretty much for what's it called? The best way to say it, imagine like when a game is prepared to be released, it's rendered into a form that is complete, and in theory, like nobody should be able to read the source code. You can decompile it. It just takes a shitload of time and effort. But it turns out the kind of people that really like Super Mario 64 are also the kind of people that will spend decades trying to reverse engineer it to decompile it. Yeah, exactly. Or like Mystical Ninja got one. I think there's a couple of others have gotten similar treatment. I also think it's one of those things that like after a couple do that, it just kind of keeps going forever. Hated the movie, made me weren't paid. Oh, I would that felt like I watched a couple of clips from Big Money Hustlers just to see, like, I did confirm that there are ninjas in it that have the shittiest ninja costumes. It's so good. Not that I was testing for magical ninja authenticity. It was more like I was just trying to make sure that like the where I could find it on YouTube worked. Yeah, a lot of like game archival places have definitely exploded recently. Then there was apparently ROM hacking. Apparently some people went to the romhacking.net people and were like, hey, we'll help you host your stuff. And apparently it was an elaborate ruse just to harass them, which is fucking bananas. I've never looked at too much into the whole ROM hacking thing, but like that's apparently their statement was like, yeah, we trusted these people and they fucked us over. How you doing, Deacon? Welcome. How you doing? Remember emulate? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done much N64 emulation, but like the fact that yeah, you don't even really need to emulate a whole lot now. Now you can just kind of run it is really, really sick. Oh, look at the we're getting the so the sticks on here. These are actually from my yard. I did the fun thing where you take a stick and you bake it in your oven. Usually when I bake terrain things in my oven, it smells awful because I'm usually like cooking rocks, but I have to say baking twigs smells pretty good. It smells very, very nice. Trust Russian servers or something? Is that I don't know. I don't know if that's the moral of the story. It helped. The smell is not stuck. It is absolutely not stuck. But it was good while it lasted, so I'm okay with it. I'll probably do this some more. I mean, I have a fuckload of twigs now. Now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to turn this, because now that means the actual, like, tree they were sitting on no longer has, like, a tree texture like the trees around it. So I'm just going to make it like a funky vine. I'm going to make it a funky vine, hope for the best. But, yeah. So, I'm excited for Big Money Hustlers. I'm excited for Lancer. I'm excited for a lot of things recently. What's all you do, pup? How you doing? Yeah, I got a couple of Ewoks. So these two I got Logray and Wicket as like the Ewok commanders for Star Wars Legion. I have a couple of other Ewoks I want to do some stuff. Let me do it. Let me do a stretch. Let me do a big stretch and stuff. I ran out of delay time for the Twitch side. Real tragic. We should be free from Agile now. Oh, that's Bork. How you doing? Welcome. Health test can run Doom 64. Oh yeah, all the things I could run Doom is fucking fantastic. And how are you doing, Billy? Welcome. How you doing? Okay, I just blast him at random. Do whatever you want. I need a kiss. Haha, you wish, nerd. How you doing, though? But yeah, pup, I did... Not only do I remember the Ewok movies, we watched them in the Discord. The first one is my favorite of the two. The first Ewok movie kind of has that, like, this is a whimsical... like, kind of what I imagined an Ewok movie would be. The second Ewok movie is we tried to make an Ewok action movie where everyone fucking dies. Oh. Okay, pup. Which one? Okay, did you see the one with the brother and the sister and they go on a grand magical adventure? The one called Caravan of Courage. Is that the main Ewok movie you've seen? part of it. They are kind of, I don't know, they still look hideous in the Ewok movies, which is the funny thing, because they're still trying to be cute, but they all, like, every now and then, like, they'll stick a tongue out, and you're like, oh god, no, that's just like a human tongue coming through the costume. Okay, so, I'm going to say spoilers, so, like, I don't know if you don't want to get spoiled for the 2 Ewok movies. But here's the thing. So the first movie, it's about a brother and sister trying to rescue their parents, and from the forest moon of Endor monsters. And you're like, okay. Once again, this is a very, like, I am making an Ewok kids movie. This is kind of what I expected. From the Gorax, which is just a fucking giant. Which is fine. The second movie involved, like, for me, the thing that blows my mind about the second movie, the idea that the girl from the first movie and, like, Wicket and then, like, a cast of assorted characters, including Wilford Brimley, decide to, like, go on an adventure and try to, like, stop bad guys from stealing her. That's a fine idea, but clearly the rest of the family that was not the girl child was like, we don't want to be in this or something. I don't know exactly the reason, but, like, if you ever see a movie where there's a sequel, but some people don't want to be in it, they kill them off early on, like, or they put them away. Like in the later Underworlds, clearly the dude who was, like, the love interest did not want to show up. Like, you would never see him in the movies doing, like, anything. He would be, like, in the later movies, he was always, like, frozen or, like, running on his own, stuff like that. But anyway. So, the family's attacked by bandits in the second movie, the Battle for Endor, and, like, the mother is on the ground, supposedly dead. The brother you don't see die directly, but you see the little girl hold his life sign bracelet, which is established in the first movie, and it goes over to dead. And then the father gives her time to escape while he shoots all these, like, space bandits, and he kills a couple of them. Father got some aim, but then straight up, like, he gets shot, and I was like, this is a kid's movie. No way. No way in the second Ewoks movie are they going to kill the entire family from the first movie. Like, they're going to be at the very end, right? They're going to be at the end. They're going to be like, oh, we didn't die. We were captured by space bandits. It's a good thing you rescued us, little girl. Our favorite little daughter. No, they fucking murked the entire goddamn family. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I have to imagine it's because they did not want to be in this movie. They were like, no, we're good. All of us were good. Kill us off early. The girl, or probably her parents, were like, we need the paycheck. We need the paycheck. My daughter, you need to be in this piece of trash. And, like, it was wild. Like, it definitely had less budget, and it was definitely more trying to make up for that less budget with more action. I just still find it wild that that's just a thing they did. Want to be kind of, I'm going to say anime protagonist. They definitely wanted her to be kind of like, it was almost like a weird Wizard of Oz kind of scenario, where it's like you are the little child, and then you're building up your group of friends. And Wicket is functionally the same thing as Toto, more or less, even though in this movie he can talk more. I wouldn't be surprised. It's funny thinking the idea that the Ewok costumes are expensive, because you look at them and they're all teeth and sadness, but, like, a log back there? Yeah, okay. I did put a log back behind this thing. I have to go in and try to, like, just get a little bit of paint back there and hope for the best. Wizard of Oz with blasters. Funnily enough, so I'm Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of a trash game, but they have a lot of very fun archetypes. There is an archetype called Cosmo, where they thought it would be a fun idea, and they were correct to combine Wizard of Oz and Star Wars. So the idea that they merge, like, the fucking Wicked Witch and then Darth Vader and, like, Dorothy and Luke and, like, the Tin Man and C-3PO. It's kind of wild. Like, it works. It's a very funny take. Yeah, that's probably true. They did have to make a lot of them. But the funny thing is that maybe the first movie was mostly to recoup the costs, but the second movie had, like, a couple, like, the Ewoks are barely in it. It's mostly just Wicket. Like, Wicket's the primary Ewok in the Battle for Endor. You had a talkie. Yeah, I mean, the extended Oz universe is fucking bananas. Which is why, like, anytime somebody does some, like, alternative stuff, like, with Oz, I, like, find that kind of neat. I find the idea of like the Ozland stuff kind of like really wild. Oh yeah, asbestos first. Wasn't there a thing? There's been so many years of rumor that I don't remember what's real, but I remember like one of the early versions of the Tin Man's. The Tin Man, I think, originally was using like some sort of like metallic like powder to do the costume, and I poisoned the fuck out of him. That is vaguely what I remember. That like straight up the very first Tin Man was poisoned. Like I don't think the guy who was the final Tin Man was the first Tin Man. Or maybe the first one was tested on like a production hand or something like that. But yeah, no, Wizard of Oz, I mean, it was an ambitious movie for what it was trying to do. So like, I'm not surprised that there's so many of these like little horrible accidents. Dear God. Now, but if you want the real acid trip movie, it's the what was it? The like Return to Oz? Effectively, Disney did an Oz sequel, like effectively the sequel to Wizard of Oz, because like, you know, you could just kind of get the book rights pretty easy, and it was weird, like real, it was a terrifying movie. Like I could see Wizard of Oz maybe giving somebody a nightmare when they see like the Wicked Witch melt, and you're like, oh, as a child that gave me some bad dreams. No, the fucking other one is real bad. Guy in a tree. Yeah, guy in a tree. I haven't heard about the lion's costume, but I'm also not surprised in the fucking slightest. And what a wild experience those fucking movies are. So fucking kind of build up. Both movies are horrible. Oh yeah. I would believe it. I'm fully of the belief that anything that had to do with the Wizard of Oz movie from the production standpoint was probably hell. They made a classic, which is kind of funny because I think the alternatives, like a very similar thing to that, is the like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the good one. I forget which one is the name of the bad one off the top of my head. So how you doing this, Mayor? Welcome. How you doing? Nice. Honestly, I could see OSHA being, like, that movie being responsible for OSHA. I know it's fun to joke about, like, oh, OSHA, what a pain in the ass. There's a reason why OSHA is, like, necessary, because if not, we would all be living like Victorian coal miners. Also, how you doing, Dustbin? Yub nub to you, too. Yeah. Oh, basically, anytime you see a dumb rule. Sorry, Willy Wonka, yes. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was, like, I don't think it had the highest budget, and it was made by like a documentary filmmaker. So that's kind of like a weirder movie, but it's kind of got that same pop culture. I think Wizard of Oz has a stronger pop culture relevance, but like in terms of what they were setting out to do, I don't consider them that dissimilar, where they're trying to do like a weird fantastical movie. Yeah, I'm willing to forgive the allergies, because that shit's kind of what it's usually like, the death and like the crippling stuff, which is usually not pretty good. Or like every now and then when a fake gun is real. What was the guy from The Crow? There was a guy who was going to be in the movie called The Crow, who I think was like a bigger actor. And apparently the blank bullet that was supposed to be in the gun wasn't a blank, or like the blank still like shot him dead. Something like, yeah, it might have been Brandon Lee. I'm very bad at actor names, but I do remember that like effectively an actor straight up got shot point blank with when it was supposed to be a fake bullet and fucking died. Like, man, movies. Like, as much shit people give CGI movies, and I think they should, at least you don't fucking explode. Snowpiercer already old. Oh, God, I love the, So, I love that video. I love that video when they do where the guy was like, listen, so Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Snowpiercer aren't related. They're not. But, hear me out. Like, I kind of love that level of just, like, a convincing argument could be made. Like, even knowing it was fully bullshit, I'm like, you know what? All right, Mr. YouTube man, convince me. And I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm seeing it. Yeah. Because I think the nice thing about it, too, is a lot of dumb multiverse conspiracy. Like, not even conspiracy. I would say, he did play the Joker? Oh, shit. Like, apparently, is the Joker just a fucking cursed role? Is everybody who playing the Joker... Like, Jack Nicholson lived. Was he the only one? Yeah, I forget something. Yeah, maybe it was still a blank bullet. Something happened with the bullet. Something happened with the bullet and the crow. And it fucking killed the dude. Beyond that, I don't super know the details. So need to look at the so I don't know how far I'm gonna get tonight with these. They're smaller models and I only got 2, and I'm probably gonna try to focus on Wicket if I have the choice. But by the same token, like, so I'm trying to, what's it called? I'm looking at references this time. I want this to turn out reasonably good. I think the model's small enough and the details aren't that wild that I want to kind of push myself a little bit. So we're gonna see how this goes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot Superman got fucking. Heath Ledger's the only Joker, I think. No. Oh, you mean the only dead Joker? Okay. Nobody could kill Jack Nicholson. Let's see. Better Alien Blade Runner. Wait, did someone else get shot from Blade Runner? What the fuck? I haven't heard of any Blade Runner injuries, but I would also believe that. Oh, so for the crow, it wasn't a Blake. No. So Heath Ledger died of a drug thing. I thought. Hold on, I'm getting a little confused. Oh, you're talking about mixed universe. Oh, okay. I mean, isn't the Alien Predator like Blade Runner? Because like, I think there's like even like a decent amount of credence to that one. Like I know that's still like a fan theory, but I think even like in some of the role playing games and stuff, they treat it as the same universe. Because it kind of makes sense, really. Like that's one that flows pretty naturally. I don't know about the RoboCop mixing RoboCop. RoboCop, I feel like you can kind of just shove into whatever dystopian setting you maybe want as like the interlude. I can see that. That's how you doing, nobody. Welcome. Look, I'm painting Ewoks. And by painting Ewoks, I've mostly just been painting I've been painting wood. As one does. I gotta get the wood like under his stuff. A fake book of lunch. Oh, okay. Oh God. Okay, see, that's one of those things that's real tragic, because that sounds like a very reasonable mistake to make, but goddamn. Do you ever get shot with a fake bullet so hard you fucking die? Damn, that's fucking painful. So many things. Well, I think even in like the free league RPGs, I think they give a little bit of a connection. Now, mind you, whenever people make RPG adaptations of licensed settings, like they're not like they're basically their own spun-off canon, but still. I do want to run the Alien RPG one of these days. It seems neat. I heard it's got like a really cool tension mechanic for like the horror stuff. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet, but fucking the Abaddon, like the guy behind Lancer, released a RPG called Kane recently. What's it called? He released an RPG called Kane, and it's by the guy's admission a fucking like kind of similar to like Chainsaw Man, where it's like you're a bunch of people who are sent to a location to exorcise a horrible manifestation thing. But you got like cool powers and whatnot to do so. And I was like, you know what? This sounds really good for one-shots. This sounds fucking fantastic. It's gonna run at GaryCon next year. Ooh, I mean, it sounds like it's also the Alien RPG is really great for one-shots too. Because you could just do that like, do you survive? How far do you get kind of thing in a way that's fun. That's kind of thing too. A lot of more early brutal kind of like adventures were definitely made for convention stuff, because it's like, yeah, you're gonna get in line, you're gonna get murdered, you're gonna move to the next one. I get this wood bit over here. They're statistically easier to lose another. It's okay. I'm gonna magnetize the bases and I'll just stick them. I was actually just thinking about besides Star Wars Legion, my groups are thinking about potentially playing Stargrave. And I was like, what if I just did like Ewoks for Stargrave? Just like everybody's doing like cool tactical space dudes, and I just rock up with a bunch of Ewoks. It's like, that could be fun. Ewoks on his own. Hey, god damn it. I was being set up for a pun and I didn't even realize it. The thing is, I do lose small models from time to time if I'm not paying attention to where I stored them at. They don't get like permanently lost, but like they'll be like, where the fuck did I put this? I print out a core mechanic that I still can't find that. I said, oh, Mr. Kling, how you doing? a yub nub to you too. Throws a rock. How you doing? How you doing? I'm working on the Ewoks. God, these are taking a while to dry. Get some dirt on the ground and we'll go from there. Let's get a little bit on there. Walk softly. Stick. You're not wrong. I mean, I mean, proportionally so, these are pretty big sticks. Okay, we can let them dry a little bit as I fuck around with some stuff. As we get the basing and whatever. I also got this like really cool like moss. I got some really cool moss enamels, so I want to try that on the wood once we get to that point. I gotta do a lot of other color bullshit. Like, I basically need to, like, layer on that, stuff like that. Built by Captain who has sky abilities? Oh, no, Abaddon, the guy that makes Lancer. Which I'm going to be running. Also, Mr. Clean, thank you for your sub on YouTube, son. Thank you. How you doing? Did not know me properly. I'm Halbernot, the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven and Turnip and Trade and Ewok variety. I'm just going to keep adding on there. Did he have a... God. I would play Star Wars Shatterpoint if they let me play Elan Sleaze Pagano. Did you guys know that, by the way? Did you guys know that the death stick dealer's name is Elan Sleaze Pagano or like Bagiano or something like that? Do you know that his name is horrible? Because George Lucas has to be one of the worst namers of anything I have ever seen. It's kind of impressive how bad George Lucas is at naming anything. It's amazing that we got a couple of good names in the early trilogy, and I have to assume that's because other people intervened. Oh yeah, hold on. Oh god, I figured as soon as Ewoks come out, Wikipedia not far behind. Star Wars. God. Sticks. There we go. Just let you homebrew a mech. It sounds kind of like Horus, honestly. It kind of sounds like Horus. Yeah, Horus, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh god. Okay, so hold on. Let me make a quick screen cap. This is all. And by the way, you know how there's like Star Wars canon and legends? Because this is from the movie, it's canon. This guy is a canonical Star Wars figure that survived when Mara Jade didn't die. Like when Mara Jade's no longer in the thing, Thrawn took a while to get it. Darth Bane, like straight up, like a lot of like the KOTOR era stuff is gone. But this guy, Elan Sel Sabagano. Did they change his name? Hold on, I think they did slightly tweak his name. I thought it was more sleaze. Hold on. Also known as Elan Sleaze Pagano. Oh, God, I see what they did. I see what fucking Disney did. They fucking changed his name so it wasn't as fucking awful. Also, Ilo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Those motherfuckers. They try to retcon his name to not be as stupid. But he's not a human. He's a what the fuck is a Balosar? Oh, they're just humans with antenna. Okay, that's it. That's fine. That's whatever. You don't remember the legends we would never have. It's fine. Honestly, ignore Disney canon. It's not like they fucking do anything good with it. It's fine. I would believe his ex-wife does a lot of that. Heaviest mech. It's him, the Desix guy, whose name is now no longer terrible. I feel like it's the same thing, like, this is going to sound contradictory, because I just said that George Lucas has the worst names. Disney still, even though George Lucas naming the music of the Cantina Jizz, they're still cowards at Disney for changing it. They're still cowards at Disney for undoing that change. They should have, like, I don't know. I mean, as much as I like to joke that they should let it ride, I understand as a company they can't. But I'm still going to call them a bitch because I can. It's always morally right to make fun of that. Yeah. They changed Jizz. I think it's called Jats now, like Jats. Like, so to be fair, Star Wars has a lot of good ships. There's a before X-Wing died as like the war game. There's a reason why it did pretty well besides the rules being good. It's because there's just like so many cool ships. Yeah, it's real tragic that they changed the name. It is now Jats, unfortunately. I can understand if you would like to keep it as Jizz in your heart. Oh, I have like one song in here that is like, I believe, Russian and is like a very ominous. See, Star Wars has this kind of funny thing. Really, what they just needed to do is call it jazz. Like, I understand that this is a galaxy far, far away. Like, it's the same thing that, like, if you have a movie with, like, it's in space and they have a dog, that's fine. You know what? It's not that weird. It's not that weird to have a dog in your movie. And I think Star Wars has a couple weird canonical references to dogs because people will call someone a dog, and that implies that dogs are real. Sharkpanert. I'm in the club, Jatson it, and by that, I mean my penis. Oh, God. Let's just keep adding dirt to this guy. Why is this so thin? I'll need to thicken that up later. It's fine. Fine. Parallel evolution. Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, I don't know how I feel about there was the whole thing about like Chewie have a moon dropped on him. I kind of think that's a fun detail though, if I'm going to be real. Like, mind you, like, if you're going to take out a main character in Star Wars, I feel like having the bad guys need to drop a fucking moon on them is like a real hero's way to go. But yeah, no, it's a shame they changed the name. It really is. Yeah, the wiki. I mean, I think some of the wiki has changed. I forgot. It's one of those things that the Star Wars wiki is like labyrinthian at best. So like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Disney would have to hire someone full time just to like purposely maintain the wiki to do shit like that. And I don't think Disney's got that kind of like free expendable money these days. I don't think Disney has a pedantic nerd thing. Yeah, I like that too, though. I will fully admit that, like, as somebody who has not read any of the Yuzhang Vong books, the idea of the Yuzhang Vong sounds really, really neat. Mind you, I am a sucker of, like, I'm a sucker for aliens that use a lot of biotech, and I like the idea that they were, like, a super cool, like, big, like, the Empire was a big galactic threat. I kind of like them as, like, a, like, extra dimensional, like, effectively the way that Tyranids are. That, like, Tyranids kind of come out and just fuck your shit up. I kind of think that's a neat idea, but I understand that, like, I think a lot of those books were just bad. I think a lot of those books were not good, which is why people are like, eh. Let's begin putting a little bit of paint on Wicket himself. Figure out like what level. I think maybe if I go like half burnt umber and half German camo black. But the Vong paint racks. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I guess there were a lot of like. Was Peter Mayhew an asshole? I don't know. Starkfred Dreadnought. I believe those ships are cool. I'm very bad at remembering the Star Wars ship names though. Yeah, if I mix the burnt umber with this brown, it turns out like a nice dark brown if I do. Also, give me a quick sec. I am going to go and turn my AC up higher because I am fucking melting. BRB. I'm still in the same room. I'm just going to go over here. Here it is, leaving my body. Oh god, what did I knock? I knocked over something. Oh, it's not a big deal. I am returning. Oh. See there, asshole. Oh yeah, no, they sound like they were pretty dicks. Like, I mean, in universe, which I mean, as a villain, you gotta do that, so that makes sense. Blackout curtains are office because, oh god, blackout curtains are baller though. I'm gonna be real. Blackout curtains, I have some in my bedroom, and they're very nice for sleeping. They are very, very, very nice. But yeah, what did Peter Mayhew do? I know a lot of the actors from the original Star Wars apparently were very like the The guy that played Obi-Wan was apparently like a theater actor, so he was kind of upset that people... I mean, this kind of happens sometimes. I think that like something similar kind of happened with Sir Patrick Stewart, where it's like, hey, I'm a theater actor, but like, you know, being a theater actor, you gotta get roles. You have to be able to afford like a house and like meals and stuff like that. So you'll be on a TV show or like a movie, and like by accident, both of those happen to be... Yeah, he did get over it, which was, I mean, especially after Picard, where I think he got like a lot of like weird creative control over everything. But yeah, apparently Obi-Wan's actor I don't think he ever really got over being salty. I did not show up. It might just be the thing being weird. Living universe for robots and stuff. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, then again, like, I don't know. I've never actually read their books, so it's a very possible that execution to use Bong stuff was just really, really bad. It's all good. It's all good. Orlando's, aka Nintendo, aka whatever's. But yeah, it's all good. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. I will continue to Ewok as much as possible. Right now, I'm just trying to, like, really, really... I have, like, because I'm looking at the official paint jobs, I'm not gonna exactly one-to-one follow them as a guide. But I do also have, like, Wicket. I have, like, the Wicket costume up, which is very, very nice. Luckily, Star Wars is not hurting for image references for, like, quote-unquote main characters, which is pretty good. That's fine. Reverse mechanic is true. I mean, even there are some mechanics people that do really weird biotech stuff, which is kind of fun. I just don't think those guys get a huge amount of attention just because like robot guys are fun. Everyone's Roddenberry passed. Ah, gotcha. Okay then. Like, I mean, I can understand being upset though. Like, there's a lot of people out there that like had aspirations of what they want to be famous for. Like, even in like mini circles and stuff like this, a lot of them like, or like just like in general, it's just funny just seeing how life is just like, oh yeah, no, the thing you're gonna be known for is entirely out of your control. You just gotta hope for the best, really. Let's see, for patterns. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that these two are canon. These are my other Ewoks, which I do eventually want to get back, especially because I really like using the actual like stuff for that. Yeah, I can't remember the Magnus Biologist, I think. I forget. I think that's their official name, yeah. Yeah, they don't get mentioned a whole lot, but I think it's just because they're not nearly as cool. I think they're still pretty, like, cybered up. Don't get me wrong, but still. Okay, for custom an arm and a leg. Hey, I see what you're doing there. Darth Vader jokes. But, yeah, so yeah, this is, like, oh god, I love this remix so much. I'm gonna post it for the YouTube people as well. Like, this is a fucking, like, Tachyon remix that I listen to. Like, it's like one of those, like, hype music, like one of those hype things. For people on YouTube who do not know, this is a Tachyon remix from Death Grips that, I enjoy greatly. It is 100% a classic. Ewok reference up right now. They do. I think a lot of music like that comes out of there is pretty solid. No, I don't have a good reference on exactly what bands you can trace because like it's just that usual thing that when you escape, you don't need to put your affiliation anymore, and then people are like, oh yeah, that's us. 'Tis I, but the poor servo skull. I would love if they had just like a Victorian servo skull. It'd be nice. How's all you doing, ours? Welcome. How you doing? Drying up. Bit. Other coat. That's fine. Luckily, the recipe is just like 1-to-1 burnt umber and German camo brown, so I can kind of. I got really lazy with mixing paints, and I still kind of am, but I need to get back on that horse because especially as I find myself painting more and more brown, like. I don't want to buy 8 billion individual browns, because I'm just gonna fucking... Hey, no, it's all good. Listen to all the yub-nub music you want. Follow your heart. How you doing, Ars? How you doing? I'm yubbing my nubbins. By my nubbins, I mean my peanuts. No. I'm kind of whatever on a lot of Zoomer memes, but the whole my peanuts thing I find immensely funny. I think there's just like a certain level of execution that if you do it right. I'm generally on board for whatever, and that's one that seems to work. Except Patrick uses newfound knowledge. Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, I guess if you can't leverage that kind of like being in Star Wars or Star Trek, you're just kind of like fucked, I guess. Jorkin. Maybe it's because the Jorkin your peanut stuff is already so close to jorts, which I still think are kind of... I still find jorts very funny. Jorts are still inherently hilarious. I don't know why. It's like one of those things that I cannot quantify why I still find the idea of jorts to be comedic. Yeah, I mean, it's very easy for me to pick up new paints just because like my paint store is really good. Like I mentioned previously, my paint store recently got fucking AK in there. So like I'm probably gonna use this today. Check this out. It's called Slimy Grime Dark. It is a enamel, let's see, like an enamel green. So it's supposed to be like an algae mossy kind of thing. And I'm going to put that on the tree bark once I like dry brush it and like maybe get some tonage. So I like picked that up. I got a similar like deep rust effects from them and some other nonsense. Fucking, I get his fucking face. I'm gonna have to like poke this out later. So I'm reasonably happy where he's going right now. Yeah, I think the other dude, I think I'm gonna leave I think I'm gonna probably leave Wicket mostly alone as I focused on, so I'm gonna leave Logray alone as I work on Wicket. It's kinda, so some of the enamels will have themselves like a bit of a like kind of like texture to it. I don't know if that one does. Like I have not tested it. These guys are going to be test models. Stuff like that. I see you over there retracting your YouTube post about fucking Ewok lyrics. I would not have known. I would not have shamed you for not knowing Ewok properly. You're fine. Knowing my kids, no cap. I mean, you might as well. Fuck it. Like, I think it's like the dad territory where you use slang to kind of mess with kids, because that's also like, it's like dads are like the mushrooms of slang, and I don't mean like smoking mushrooms. I mean like in the ecosystem when like a creature dies and the mushrooms like return its nutrients to the soil. Dads are part of the decomposition of slang. Like if there's like a cool hip new phrase, eventually like dads will help return its nutrients back to the soil so that new slang can grow. So the Dirty Down apparently also has a moss variant that does that kind of thing as well. Yeah, slang fungus is a bit better than slang mushrooms, but it's a similar idea. Similar idea going on with that. But yeah, but the Dirty Down stuff is always neat, but then once again, every time I look at Dirty Down, it's like I have to order it from a website, and all the websites in all the websites in the US, because Dirty Down stuff is like very UK specific. If I order it from anywhere that has already shipped it over, it is it becomes like $20 a bottle. Meanwhile, that moss was like $5, 6, 7. I don't remember exactly how much it was. It was not that expensive. So I'm willing to try to make that kind of moss stretch that. I'm trying to make this moss last longer if I possibly can. And whatnot. Yeah, the thing is, I think the Dirty Down rust is so good, people kind of overlook the moss effects. They look pretty solid. I've also seen another moss effect where somebody will actually take what's it called? They will take... Oh yeah, they'll take like flock and they'll mix it with glue. Also, sorry, Scary. Welcome. How you doing, Amy? I swear I've heard this before. Oh yeah, this is a Machida Chima cover of Lilim, which is the opening theme song of Elfen Lied. Now, Elfen Lied is a show, one of the most shows of all time. Lilim, I believe, unironically, is one of the strongest anime OPs of all time. I legitimately believe Lilim is like way better than it has any right to be. For a show about just like gore and like mentally disabled women pissing themselves, like Lilith is a very, very good OP. God, Elven Lead's fucking weird. How you doing, Grind? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold on. Nice. Nice. How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting Ewoks. Going great. As one does. Hold up. Oh, yeah, I mean, we're kind of at the point where people don't remember Elven Lead. Elven Lead was kind of like the, fucking Colors, or A.K. Jibun Wo, is a very good OP. Don't get me wrong. That's a good one. Lilim is just very, very good, because Lilim is very different from a lot of other stuff. I need like maybe I'll just do pure Toasted Umber for fucking, because I do have to give Wicket some dry time. It's like a slightly, Wicket's like kind of more like a toast, like a gray striped with some browns. I'm just gonna try to layer that in. But yeah, no, Elven Lead is kind of like, it was an edgy anime from a different time, and I one of these days I would kind of like to finish it, just because I never did. Because at the time I bought I bought it on DVD at my local Best Buy, and I didn't get a chance to visit my local Best Buy because in order to go to my local Best Buy, I had to take like a fucking like hour drive or some shit. Like I would only be able to go places when like my family went there. And I just remember going to their wall of anime and just being like, oh, that one looks cool. That's literally how I found out about Elven Lead. I went to a Best Buy, I saw the wall of anime on DVD, and I was like, oh, neat. And I picked it up. And also, even though it was like, whoa, this is very mature for very mature adults, it's got a lot of bad stuff in it, nobody stopped me because I don't think anyone at the Best Buy gave a shit. They're like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, this teenager wants to buy Elven Lead, or just wants to buy this stuff, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, kid's a bit strong, but like I was definitely in high school at the oldest. I don't remember how old I was, but I want to say at least high school. It was definitely something. It was a different time. So how you doing, Legerman? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, actually, Legerman, what resin are you using? What type of resin are you using? Around there. Tanya Evil. I've heard good things about Tanya the Evil, but I've not had the strongest drive to watch it just yet. Soraya Tech. Ah, gotcha. I lean very heavy. I'm a big fan of the ABS type resin. That stuff is reasonably durable. That stuff is reasonably durable. Like like, mind you, when you drop a mini, it's still gonna get absolutely fucked. But I find that like swords don't break and whatnot. Like, let me show you. I don't want to go too wild because this arm is glued on, but check out this guy. There we go. This is my Terminator Captain thing from the Leviathan box. I gave him some new bits. So I could be like, this sword is made entirely of ABS type resin from Sunlu. So it's reasonably sturdy. Mind you, my 3D printer is not the greatest, so like, it's possible that I'm sacrificing, like, I kind of stick with cheap, shitty resin, or like, not that I think the Sunlu resin's bad necessarily, but it's not like the fucking, like, really, really high-tech ones. But, like, because I'm willing to sacrifice quality that my printer does not have, it's fine. Like, I can get really reasonably durable minis that will survive the tabletop. Like, basically, most of my turnip army at this point is the Sunlu ABS type resin, and it's pretty baller. And yeah, I think once you get to like epic scale, things are generally like the parts are thick enough and stuck together enough that you can probably jostle those bad boys a decent amount. That's not too surprising. Also, if I ever get a Chewbacca, this burnt umber I think is kind of perfect for him. I think this is kind of a perfect Chewbacca. I do actually have a Chewbacca mini, but the thing is, it's tied to the ATST, which originally I was going to try to do like hanging Ewoks from, but I don't know if I want to do that plan anymore. I think what I might do now is like, do you guys know that like There's like just like camo putty that effectively you like put the putty on a mini and you spray paint it, and then you remove the putty and it kind of leaves a camo pattern because you can kind of just like camo it out. I want to get some of that stuff and just do like camo on my AT because I want to be like a looted ATST from like the Ewoks and like the Rebels and stuff like that. I want Chewbacca to be in it. I want it to be kind of woodsy. I think that'd be fun. No, we got some layerings on the lad. Yeah, it's okay. We will yub and nub for sure. Ain't have to talk about. Yeah, this is what I call my booty jams playlist. Despite the name, it's not for sex. It's because my naming conventions are very silly. At one point, this was my only playlist of songs, like ages ago. So it has a couple of anime songs on here, but then eventually I moved that to a separate playlist, and I just never transferred everything over because it's like not that big of a need. I'm gonna use fucking Mahogany Brown for Wicket's little cloak thing. Booty Jams playlist too, exactly. I don't think I'm quite ready to do that yet. Especially because, like, for the most part, I definitely listen to the anime playlist a lot more just because, like, I have entered a feedback loop where YouTube recommends me really banging Vocaloid tracks, and I just add the very banging Vocaloid tracks to my playlist. And then because I listen to them a lot, YouTube recommends me really banging Vocaloid tracks. It is kind of like a vicious cycle, but also because Vocaloid tracks, you can kind of just, like, you can just play them and not have to worry about getting copyright bonked most of the time because people are pretty chill about it. Transparent background images. Ooh, that'd be cool. Dystopian Wars seems really neat. Dystopian Wars is one of those games that if it ever becomes a thing near me, I would like to dip my toes in. But I also say that same thing about 8 billion other war games, so who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Yeah, I didn't get to go to the shop to play Turnip or anything either today, which is a little bit of a bummer. I didn't go to the shop, but also because like I have this next week. Like I love running TRPGs, but the week leading up to them is incredibly stressful just because like I know I gotta do like a lot of prep work and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, honestly, legitimately. It's more like a hobby ADHD. I have a bunch of projects that only like I am really beholden myself to. And I just bounce around a lot. That's how you doing, Elron? Welcome. How you doing? Like some of them kind of make sense. Like I got all my rats recently, so I will be working on Skaven rats next week. Like nobody forced me to fucking work on Ewoks today. I could have worked on more Skaven, but like I was like, I didn't even know if my rats were gonna be here in time for this. Thank you for that hydrate and stretch. There we go. Let's finish moving. Hey, let's go. Finishing moving is always just like such a big fucking deal. So I'm glad hopefully you get some time to relax now and enjoy. The feeling of moving to a new place and after the moving is done is fucking sublime. Like I remember the biggest move I've ever done was moving several states to kind of where I'm at now. And I remember I was in like a new place where like my stuff didn't even arrive yet. I had a air mattress and a laptop, and just remember it's like the days of sitting on that air mattress and laptop being like, this is cozy. This is very, very, very cozy. I watched a couple of David Cronenberg movies, you know, as one does. I think that's when I watched Videodrome and, oh god, what was the other David Cronenberg I watched? I still haven't actually watched, like, The Fly, but I watched Videodrome and, another one of his. I'm totally I don't think it was a Skinner Darkblade. I don't know. I watched another one. He's done at least 3 movies, maybe more. He's done several movies, you know what I mean. Dirty orange. I'm gonna highlight this with that like brighter orange I use for a lot of stuff. I'd imagine the packing was a pain, yeah. I just spitball. No, Lego Man, legitimately that is a big problem for me. It's a plain fucking. Oh, okay, there it is. It's just still more Machi Achima. Which is, she's like legitimately got one of my favorite singing voices out of VTubers as a whole. She's like fucking like classically trained opera VTuber in the Japanese branch of Niji Sanji. And she's just also like a goofy little critter. Was Deej was Wicket's dad. He's like reasonably good, but how you doing, Crichton? So I'm Ewok Max. Trying to use this as a like how good I can get. How like reasonably accurate, reasonably detailed I can get this goofy little bitch. To like give this maybe one more layer, then begin building up. I guess in the meantime too, I want to work a little bit on the vine. Teak was I legitimately wonder if Teak's species shows up in Star Wars stuff later on. He's also got like he's got like a little gray spear tip thing, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get some paint on there too, just to say like he's covered in paint. But yeah, no, Teak is. The funny thing is, I know a guy named like TK or Teak. He was I think he was a VTuber at one point. Now he's just mostly just watches VTubers when he gets a chance. I still keep in contact with him from time to time though, and I was like, hey Teak, look, this is named after you, and he's like, I hate it. I was like, you should. Anytime I show Teak from the Ewok movie to somebody, they're like, that thing is an abomination. I would like to kill it with a hammer. And I'm like, yeah, that's the correct answer. There's one very specific answer on like, what would you do if you see this critter? And like, it would be too fast and it would get away when you try to hit it with a hammer, but I still think it's your moral right to attempt it. I think you should still try to do so, even if it's not going to work. I kind of wish where I had like a slightly finer point brush. Oh, there we go. They exist in Disney? Why? I'm continuously baffled by the choices of what Disney decides to keep in canon and what it doesn't. I don't I'm still of the opinion that there was a lot of bad stuff that did not need to I was okay with some Disney flushing some stuff. I get it. There's a lot of dumb Star Wars bullshit. Is it really murder if they don't get caught? Fair, true. Glory to the Yub Nub indeed. There's reference in a Han Solo book. Oh, fuck, why? Okay. Teak is in the Ewok movie. It's an incredibly fast monkey. It's effectively like a sapient, monkey that hangs out in the woods and hangs out with Wilford Brimley. Its ability is that it is has rudimentary intelligence, and it can move at the speed of it basically moves like the Flash, where it just goes like stupid fucking fast. It's fucking bananas. Yeah, it's like a monkey with the Speed Force. In the same way that one cat had access to the Red Lantern ring. I still like Dexter. I don't know a whole lot about Western comics, but like the little snippets I see, I'm like, I like that. I think that's a fun detail. The fucking cat who was upset that his owner was murdered and just was so pissed off he became a Red Lantern. I think that's neat. The Flash movie. Like the new Flash? Oh god, I forgot there's a new Flash movie. Everything about the DC extended universe is a baffling choice to me because it seems like they keep hiring the wrong person. Like they just keep hiring people that make movies that people don't like. And it's like, does he own something of your does he have something over your head? Like, I have pictures of you fucking the pool boy. Like, let me make all my movies I want, or I will reveal this. Like, it's like after a certain point, it feels like that's gotta be it. Gotta be something like that. Hey, don't talk shit about everybody loves Salacious Crumb. Salacious Crumb fucks super hard. Mostly because Salacious Crumb, that's one of those names that I feel like Salacious Crumb was a Lucas name, but even in the way that he does fucking terrible names, I feel like every now and then good old George might still come up with a winner. It's like, Salacious Crumb, for people who don't know, is Jabba's little monkey. I think it's a Kowakian lizard monkey. I don't know. My Star Wars knowledge is incredibly spotty, most of the time. But but Salacious Crumb is great. Yep. Hey, let's go. The Gulp Shitto. Everybody loves Gulp Shitto. It's just kind of funny. It's just funny to like a lot of those names that are so dumb in Star Wars that like gulp shitto might as well be real. Like who would give a fuck? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. It's so yeah. It's odd because like it's not like you don't have source material for like a good Superman. I know people give Superman a lot of shit, but even I, as like a pretty comic casual, am aware that Superman has a pretty extensive history of like really, really good stuff. Like, I think you could easily do, like, a real good Superman movie. But they just, like, I don't know. Oh, I like legitimately, even I just sit and think about, like, all the DC superhero movies. I'm like, how do you, like, what? How? Slime Moldo. Oh, 100%, yeah. Like, she's talking about, to be fair, slime molds are really cool. The Flash movie has a head concussion. So everything that the DC universe is trying to do. Yeah, I think that people generally like some of the earlier Christopher Reeve Superman movies, I think, from what I understand. Yeah, it's funny because like I don't know what I'd be like, hey, what makes a movie what makes a name a Star Wars name? It's like there's a feel for it. And, like, there's a lot of canon Star Wars names that don't feel like Star Wars names, but there's, like, a lot of these, like Gulp Shitto. You're like, that feels Star Wars, even if you know it's, like, a bullshit dumb meme name, and it's, like, it's funny how that works. Let's see. Some say Superman is boring. Oh, yeah, no. Like, Superman's got some good, like, I'm not the right person to ask for, like, the best Superman stories. But, like, I'm still vaguely aware that he's got some real great ones. I do also remember, because I think the only Superman story I've really super read was, like, so there was effectively a whole entire series of, DC comic what-ifs about, like, based on famous silent movies. There's, like, I think it was, like, a Superman Metropolis and a Batman Nosferatu. That was pretty baller. Tracked down nothing and killed it. Fuck. Let's go. I do like Sly Marbo memes. I wonder how hard it is to get a Sly Marbo mini. Like, it's one of those things that I bet he's either incredibly cheap or he's ungodly expensive because of memes. Hold on. Or is Sly Marbo just straight up just like a regular guardsman that they just called Sly Marbo? I'm curious. I'm going to go to eBay. I'm going to go to the east of bays. And I'm going to paste Sly Marbo. Enter. Ah, actually, you know what? There's a Sly Marbo right now that's only $20. It's not bad. Like, and like when I say Sly Marbo, like there's like a better Sly Marbo, but then like when I say it, I mean like the goofy one. Like the Sly Marbo. God, this is the blurriest fucking eBay photo, but like I found him. Oh god, I gotta fuck off WebP. There we go. Only 35 on that. That's also not too bad either. The eBay one, because it's metal, I could just like, there we go. It's him, the lad, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, listen, if I'm ever painting a Sly Marbo, it's not going to be the better one. How you doing, Fuber? I'm looking up how much Sly Marbo costs on eBay. Not that bad. Not that bad. I will not be picking them up right now because I'm waiting for some stuff to go through, payment-wise. Maybe if that works out, I could do a Sly Marbo painting stream. Oh, you doing, Seth? Yeah, honestly, I just hear that like, oh, over and over. Like, I have not watched a lot of text-to-speech, but goddamn is the Sly Marbo the one that I really have, like, a decent amount. Alright, so we got, like, some, like, pretty decent vine gradients going on, which is good. Initially, this is supposed to be a tree. I keep forgetting that I put that as an emote. I keep forgetting it. Thank you for the gigantic. Oh, it looks so good when you gigantify it. It looks so good when you gigantify it. Yeah. I put that. It was during the stream we were talking about it, and I tried to add it as an emote mid-stream, and it looks like it got shut off, but yeah, I've had that as an emote the entire time. Slimer. Thank you, Jay. Slimer was born the cavity built. Fuck yeah. God, okay. You know what? If that's still there, when my effectively what happened is when I bought my the 3D model stuff. So thank you for the brick. When I'm getting my new 3D models, I was like, the deals were too good to pass up on, but I needed to sell some magic cards to cover the costs. So I'm waiting for those to fully go through, so I have like proper spending money on frivolities during the week or during the month and stuff like that. I do like the Magical Realm one. That was done by, I don't know if she's still active. There's a Vtuber named Tired Squid, and she was the one who did that. It's one of those things that VTubing is so weird because like people will disappear and rebrand all the time from the fucking belly. The Nurgle died. Slime Marble once fought Nurgle. The Nurgle died of sickness. Fuck yeah, let's go. How do I want to do this? It's my senpai Kata-chan. Oh, Kata-chan, kawaii ugyu. See, what do I want to do for the wood? I've heard... I haven't got to try this yet. Let me look at... Did I have the indoor? Did I have the indoor forest kicking around? I think I had that pulled up. Okay. I think there's a thing I want to try. Where it's like I take like a... I'm going to take a little bit of that brown. Like the dark brown. I'm going to mix it with a... I'm going to take dark brown and khaki. I'm going to mix them and see what we get. Because it's two emotes. Tragic. If I do khaki and I do maybe 2 parts khaki to 1 part dark brown, because I think the dark brown is just going to swallow the khaki color. Yeah, something like that. Split a razor sharp season, that's a possibility. Oh yeah, no, there's not like our own plants on Earth are pretty wild sometimes. I would not be weird to imply that Kata-chan stuff goes real fucking bananas. Ooh, there we go. So like I mix those two together and I got this real like damn it, there we go. Like we got that real kind of like fucked up kind of like brown khaki stuff like that, like a brown tan dealio. I'm spending a lot of time focusing on basically everything but the Ewoks today. I don't know why. Yeah. I think it's also because I want to try out some of these techniques for the Skaven. Like I've heard that you can basically do this to like simulate like an older wood kind of grain. I just kind of just don't go like, kind of just take that, kind of like, this is made of a real tree stuff, so it's gonna be like a little goofier than it would otherwise. Also, real quick, bacteriophages. Oh yeah, no, everything eats everything. It's really great actually. It's fun how that works out. Some of these maybe like borderline too. And also there's this like little bit right here where like the original wood I did had lichen buildup. It straight up had like lichen buildup, which I baked. Making little Ewoks. I do wonder. No, nobody's made it. I'm like, did somebody make a Gorax model maybe? No one made a Gorax. No one could possibly give a shit about Gorax in the year of our Lord 2024. Even the hardest of hardcore Star Wars people, there's probably someone out there that legitimately really like, I mean, I enjoy the Ewok movies, but they're not like my favorites. How you doing, Mittens? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm working on Ewoks. I'm trying some like wood dirtying stuff, or effectively you do like an old wood by just kind of taking like a kind of tan khaki mix and you just kind of do like streaky little bits on the wood. Actually, it's turning out reasonably well. I think it's just because this brush doesn't have a whole lot in its well. Gotta go back and kind of like restock it every now and then. Refill. I got to restock the paint. Custom Gorax action figure. Oh, custom though. That's still kind of neat though. I feel like it would still work actually if I was to use it. Oh, for the glasses. I don't know why it's not working. I refreshed my scene connection, but here we go. There we go. I just gotta do it manual style, apparently. Professor Hal is working on Ewoks. Kind of shit. Why did you censor shit? You're allowed to say shit on my stream. It's fine. Wait a minute. That's the fucking Gorax from Motherfucker, that's a War Machine model. I mean, it doesn't look that far off, actually, now that I think about it. I remember seeing that guy on the tabletop. He was pretty reasonably good as like a circle model. I forget. I think because he was a light beast, I think he was like one of those kind of like weird circle combos. Like this is a murder piece, but also it's support. Yeah, there's probably some way to make something kind of similar in feel to the Gorax. Oh, that's pretty low on my priorities at the moment. Get all the little woody bits. Yeah. So we found out. Oh, Crichton, did you know that they changed his name? They fucking changed his name to like in the canon. They changed it to Elan Sel Sabagano. But we know. We all know. We all fucking know. Yeah, cowards one and all. Weak behavior. Disney will not survive the winter. It actually sounds like Disney's not doing that great these days, so maybe. I don't know if I... Then again, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I want the death of Disney, but Disney's fucked up a lot. Huh. It's a 3D printed model kit. And usually too, whenever what's it called? Whenever like an Etsy dealer is selling that usually means they get the rights to do a STL file. So like somebody had to make that I don't think was that seller. I'll have to look into that. If that means straight up that I could like find whoever did that and just print my own, that would be neat. That would be fucking rad. Doing the wood streaking on this bad boy. Definitely like border, like this what I'm trying right now is like borderline and ugly dry brush, but it does seem to be kind of adding a bit of like an older wood texture to this, like a fallen wood texture, which I'm kind of down for. There we go. Hey, holy shit, there we go. So yeah, I just got, people have made Goraxes. I just got, that one actually has the black remnant though. Now I could track down the person that like made it and see how much the STL is going for. Fuck yeah, let's go. Especially missed the bulk of our audience. Apparently I keep hearing it's good though, but yeah, no, I don't know if that will save Disney, but it's nice that they're doing one. It's doing the work of Yub. We be yubbin and or nubbin. Ooh. Okay, guys, check this out. Like this is, I don't think this wood that I got from my yard naturally has this grain, but I feel like it's still building up like a decent wood grain. Neat. And then eventually if I just do the actual khaki color on top of it. You better lead. Yeah, I think it's so, there's gotta be some way to find it. There's gotta be some way to find the OG manufacturer of that. I'm almost certain. I could also just take the same little bit of the khaki mix and just kind of like put that into the openings of the logs. Ooh, got 2 Australian there. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. I will definitely do a little bit of research on my own to find the original source. And all those are enough leads. I'm glad you did the hard work though, which is finding out that it's real. Finding out that somebody indeed gave enough of a shit about Gorax to make a 3D model. So fuck yeah. And then it is kind of funny knowing that I technically have the technology and the talent that if I wanted to recreate some things from like that from the movie, I could. Like straight up, like knowing like I don't officially know how a lot of props are made, but like I could basically like kind of finagle them more or less. There we go. Thank you for the headbat too. Yeah. Props for finding those. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Doing merch for Star Wars Kids movie in '80s. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, so the Ewok movies were made for TV, so I don't know exactly if their goal was to be like, hey, make everything extra toyetic to kids, or if they like the idea that was presented earlier, where they were just trying to recoup the costs. So how you doing, Omega Bagel? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm working on Ewoks, and by Ewoks, I mean I'm actually primarily working on logs, just because I'm kind of also testing out like an aged wood technique that I think I'm eventually going to use on my Skaven bullshit. So like this is a good way to find out if that works, and the survey says probably seems to work. Like just keep mixing this like khaki dark brown mixture, and then the next layer will be just adding a little bit more khaki to it. Everything will be hunky-dory. That's okay, you're getting your punches in. Let's go, let's go. I mean, yeah, logs do matter, legitimately. Because, like, I'm also probably going to do the same idea for, like, my other Ewoks, eventually, whenever I have basically a bunch of half-painted Ewoks that were on kind of bare bases, but if I can kind of give them, like, a proper treatment like this, that'll be neat. Well, thank you for that Haldred, though. Khaki mixture. Kakai Mixatano! That's me, the Star Wars man. Stretch. I look really good in mimic mode with the glasses on. Yeah. Anyway, let me take a drink. An electric Chinese cooking pan? Oh no. I don't know. I don't know where this joke is going. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh shit, an Ewok. Hey, okay, that's pretty good. I'm here for it now. Also, something I forgot I can do is I need to do a similar streaking on Wicket's little stick, because from what I understand, the staff doesn't have any texture to it. Like, it doesn't have like a built-in wood grain, so I need to like make it myself. There we go. Get the lore of my model. Oh, yeah, sure. So, Deep Howl lore is incredibly goofy. The general idea is that, so, it's really hard for new elves to be made. So, the idea was that, like, what if you made an elf with filler material? That, like, functionally is an elf. Like, it's in the same way that, like, an example I like to use is saying that, like, the Taco Bell meat is, like, the same way. It's like, it's meat, but there's a lot of, like, weird additives and stuff in there that kind of makes it a little skeevy, but you can still eat it. The idea is, like, they would make these, like, kind of, like, fake elves that you can kind of just, like, you know, use to kind of bolster the population, and maybe eventually the weird fake stuff would breed out. And then I ended up painting models. Born in a lab to fuck paints Warhammer models. That's the gist. That's the gist to get you going. It's very fun to talk about. It's very, very fun to talk about. Taco Bell's made from elf. Confirmed, yes. I don't know, like, I understand that there is beef in Taco Bell meat, but I also have to imagine that it's just like sawdust by volume after a certain point. Sentient flash. Oh, I saw flashlight. I was like, I don't make light. And I see, oh, I see where you're going. I see where you're going there, you fucking nerd. Try to tidy up his face before I begin doing the highlight. I don't know. We'll find out. Heard from Lilo Stitch. I know vaguely what you're talking about, but I don't remember the exact character. I do wonder if there's like so apparently there's so many Star Wars albums, but a lot of them are incredibly goofy. There is a Star Wars album where they sing Christmas songs. And I don't mean Life Day songs, I mean Christmas songs. They sing Christmas songs, and one of including a album, I don't know if it's the whole album or part of it, but there's a non-trivial amount of that album that is just droid singing. Like R2-D2 has a song on that album. And when I say R2-D2 singing, you know exactly what I mean. I also think like an early like Bon Jovi is in there. Like there was like somebody who was famous who was on that album as like a very minor role back before they were like a big person. I think it was Bon Jovi. Might need to double check that. I've been weirdly picking up Star Wars trivia lately and I can't stop. I'm sorry. Gotta be like real careful with. Like bring a little bit more of a orange to the robe. His favorite Star Wars. He died and was rebuilt for our sins, Droid Jesus. You dip into Star Wars comics I linked? Not yet. It's I would like to though. I still really want to try to read Star Wars Legacies because it sounds insane, but no, I have not gotten a proper chance to. It's only a matter of time before I will. Like everything else, I'm eventually going to get around to watching here. But, like, I would like to. Hey, there we go. But yeah, no, I've been, like I said, I've been on, like, a very weird Star Wars kick lately, and I don't really know, I can't really explain why. Like, I can't really explain what has led me, back into, like, the, like, not, like, super into it, just kind of, like, peripherally into it. I'm trying to remember who was on there. Like who? I think it was Bon Jovi. No, I'm trying to pull up the holiday special if I Google Star Wars Christmas, which we did watch. Something that I meant to try to watch last time, and I think maybe this Christmas, if I can find it. There is a documentary on the Star Wars holiday special about like what the fuck happened and like why it was made and like a bunch of other shit like. And I think there's like some bits of lore we already know, like that Mark Hamill was in a car crash, which is just kind of fucked this shit up real bad. And then, you know, Carrie Fisher was just like inhaling mountains of cocaine. So, this week's movie is going to be the Insane Clown Posse film Big Money Hustlers. That is going to be the movie because technically it fits in the criteria by having magic ninjas, which makes it a fantasy movie. So I'm willing to put. Man, I'm sorry. Listen, after finding out about it literally yesterday, I can't not watch that. It's just too wild. How you doing, son? Welcome. How you doing? Who knows? Maybe this will be the movie that finally makes me a juggalo. It was only a matter of time, really. After my friend implanted the sleeper codes to me becoming a juggalo, I'm gonna activate those like a fucking Manchurian candidate all these years. How you doing, Hellbrook? Welcome. We're talking about. Listen. I like to watch goofy movies in the Discord. Other VTubers are like, we're gonna watch like a spooky horror movie, or like a Disney movie, or like maybe some anime. I'm like, we're watching garbage. We're watching fantasy garbage in my Discord, and I'm here for it. Very happy the way this like orange is coming out. Very, very happy the way the orange on Wicket's coming out. This is kind of nice. I think a lot of times because I'm doing a lot of mass army painting, I don't get to really focus on one mini. I do love garbage movies are fun. They legitimately are. I don't care if that makes me a filthy hipster or whatnot. Garbage movies are a blast. Like, the funny thing, there's been a couple of times in the Discord where we've watched good movies, and usually the response is like, yeah, it's a good movie. Like, I mean, the Lord of the Rings were still good because even if you like Lord of the Rings, like, there's still a lot to talk about, which is fun. But, like, yeah. Oh, wait, Halbrook, like, have you seen the list? I'm trying to remember if anyone. I do post on Twitter basically all the movies we watch in the movie night, and we're not quite at 50 movies yet, but we're very close. We're really, really close to hitting 50 movies on the movie night list. I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited. I don't know what's gonna be the big 5-0. Something maybe. Stop, I believe so. Yeah, there we go. Nicer, nicer, nicer. Get the reference picture up. Then I gotta get. I don't want to do this. How do I want to do Wicket's face? Maybe let me max zoom. Hold on. Oh no, that's a little too fuzzy. Even at this height, medium size is still pretty. If I just use pure khaki for the little rope, because I'm gonna need that anyway soon. Stretch my hand. Maybe this one I should actually use the gripper on. That might actually. I think Duke was right that maybe this is a good gripper one. Let me see how badly this fucks with my flow. Oh, this isn't too bad. Okay. Yeah, I can post the latest list. It's so big that I don't know if it's even going to be like. I think when people see the list now, it might be like borderline illegible. But if anyone wants to see all the movies we've watched in the fantasy movie night, this is the latest one. And there's still so much. There's still so much bullshit to eventually watch. I'm very excited. Like a little bit of khaki on here. I am eventually going to give this the grime wash too, just because like Ewoks are naturally dirty creatures. That big of it. Like, it'll definitely work for what I want. Nope. poor Logray. Poor Logray is just there unpainted, but I'm riding the Wicket wave right now. There we go. You know, we've gone through a lot. It makes me very happy. Try something real quick too. Okay, so apparently I think what I want to do for the wood now is I want to take like a very thin amount of this. So, like I have to be a little bit wary about this. Like what level of that kind of like freak do I want to apply to the wood? Do I want to just get raised areas? Do I just want to get like a couple little bits? Oh no, this is new territory for me. I guess I can always kind of dull it down a bit too. Maybe I just gotta give it some time to dry too. I keep wanting to try it out. There we go. Okay, I'll give that some time. So far it does eventually kind of like dry down to like a more natural tone, which is kind of neat. Good, which is good. Because I'm trying a lot of like cool. I think this is also going to work a lot better on the Skaven stuff, because a lot of Skaven models have like a natural wood grain base to it. That should be good. Looking pretty good. Good. His face is so itty bitty. Oh god, how am I gonna get? Let's see. Is this even my pointiest brush? I think I can get slightly pointier if I use one like this one. Yeah, this one's got a nice tip. Alright, I gotta get. Luckily, Ewok eyes are just black. They just have like black infinite pits of sadness. So if I can just find my fucking black paint, then I should. There we go. There we go. There we go. Little droplets. Same. That's what she said. God damn it. Eh. Sneak it a little bit in there. Now I gotta play that fun little thing of like, do I fuck up the eyes at this? So far so good. I didn't really get much on that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just a movie for movie night. You can go for it. The big qualifier is it needs to be like a fantasy movie, as loose as that is. Some people recommend like legitimately very good movies. and I feel bad because I have to be like, that's a good movie and not a bad choice, but I have to be like, no, we watch garbage here. We watch garbage here in Garbage Town. I think it's kind of got like a little bit of like a grayness to it. What if I take? I'm gonna take some neutral gray. I take a little bit of that burnt umber. Other stuff. Tiny little bit. Time Bandits. Oh wait, shit! I think Time Bandits might actually work. It's been a while since I've seen Time Bandits. That's actually, I think that would actually qualify for the list. Let me save that for later. I don't know when I would get around to it, but yeah, I had totally forgot about that one. Good choice, good choice. I will put that on the same docket. Like, I eventually do get to movies on the docket. Like, Willow was suggested to watch, and we did end up watching Willow. And like, Willow was reasonably fun. I definitely enjoyed Willow a lot more this time than I did previously when I. So. His face is so small. Fuck, do I do this? I think I might actually just need to go straight to the neutral. I did. Okay. I'm looking at Wicket. If you see my head going weird, it's because like even though I have a bunch of modders, I gotta he's got kind of a khaki-ish tone to it. So what if we might? Wait, what if I did the same thing I did to the wood, like the same color mix? Let's do it on his belly. There we go. Oh shit. Okay, this is kind of working. This is kind of working. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I just need to kind of set this tone a wee bit. I gotta get the mix just right. Hey, nice. Look at him. I'm actually. This is like a very. This is still bizarre that like my brain was like, Hal, you know what? This should be the piece you kind of like practice some of your blends and stuff on. I don't know why this was the one that really got that, but okay. I'm here for it. Nah, the room does not count. Like, the room is wild, and I do enjoy the room. I've like early on in my journey of like, I like bad movies. I did definitely see the room. And it's fine. Like, I'm at such a level of trash though that like I still think The Room is very enjoyable to watch, and it is still definitely not that it's a good movie, it's still definitely a bad movie. But since then I have been opened up, my eyes have been opened to a cornucopia of just absolute fucking Bananaramas trash. Like I think Neil Breen especially. It's like as much as like Tommy Wiseau is a fucking just like why absolute basket case confusing man. He's become too self-aware for it, and also he only really made one movie. The fact that Neil Breen has his level of madness to so many different films really, really elevates him in my eyes in terms of just like crazy directors. Like I haven't seen The Room in years, and I legitimately kind of wonder. I'm kind of afraid to ever watch The Room again. Like I might just be at that point now where The Room is just like is like blah blase, huh? Oh, just nonsensical scene. Yeah, I've seen that. I wonder about that. Like, have I become shit movie pretentious? These are the kind of thoughts that like not keep me up at night necessarily, but like I think about like have I become too jaded by being spoiled on terrible like. The Room makes weird choices, but like for people who were able to catch a Tor 3 is like I think there's like a bit of like like the ring cycle kind of built into it, where like the character was like raised by a dwarf goblin thing. But like in that one, like the dwarf's mom tried to like kill the goblin, and then the goblin gave her like a potion to make her think the goblin guy was sexy, and that the child was raised by thinking um that the goblin thing was like he just kept trying to kill the goblin that like raised him, because the goblin was an asshole and made him like do horrible manual labor. And every time he tried to kill the goblin would leave these like swords around to be like, oh, you better not kill me with a sword. And the guy would try to do it. And the guy would be like, hey, I put that sword there on purpose, asshole. And like, that's such a weird thing to do in a movie, to like repeat that plot point like 3 times. But they did it. I'm just like, God damn. That's an experience. It's an experience you don't get very often from bad movies. Something just like bizarre like that. Yeah, I think like for me, the metric is like, I think there's like some pretty clear rules on what makes a good bad movie. One of them is the director had to have tried to make a good movie and fucked up. That's such a crucial detail that like when I get people are like, oh, bad movies, we should put on like Snakes on a Plane or like Sharknado or something like that. I don't think anybody that was working on either one of those movies, like they knew what they were doing. Even if the end result isn't good, like they knew that like, yeah, whatever. We were just making a bad movie and we could not give less of a flying fuck about it. Yeah, but bad on purpose, like straight up is just like gives you like lazy trash. That's the thing that gets me, that fucks me up, is that like I enjoy trash, but like the way that I need my trash to be is I need the impression that the people behind the movie genuinely wanted to make a great movie. Like Troll 2 is pretty like well known as a bad movie. But like if you go to the directors of Troll 2, they're a husband and wife combo. They're Italian, they barely speak English, but they still thought generally that they were making a good movie. Yeah. I always find that aspect of comedy really fun though, the idea that like what's it called? A bad drama is still a drama. A bad horror movie is still a bad horror movie, but when you make a bad comedy, it barely qualifies as a fucking comedy anymore. Comedy is just a thing that you can just like accidentally like fuck yourself out of. It's really funny that way. We're getting like the real raised belly fur areas. With this khaki. Hey, let's go. This turned out great. Part of it kind of sounds like they were trolling, because in the interview they talked about like hating vegans and that the movie was like a diss on vegans, which is some. If you've ever seen Troll 2, that's fucking bizarre. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Also, I forgot that Wicket has little toes. I'll have to find some way to get the little toes to shine. But yeah, exactly, the delusion. Like, here's also the thing too about Tommy Wiseau. Like, legitimately now he's leaning in, which is awful. You should never lean in if you want to still be a good, like, Neil Breen has been like in the public eye for so long, and he's never gained an ounce of awareness, and that's why Neil Breen is the GOAT. Like, this is why Neil Breen is still the fucking champion of just like, I make weird garbage movies. They're eating her, and now they're eating me. Oh my god. Like, genuinely too, also I recommend anyone who has seen Troll 2 and has not seen Best Worst Movie Ever, please watch that movie. Please watch Best Worst Movie. It is a documentary with the actors from that movie, from Troll 2. And like a lot of them, you get to learn about their lives. I love that the dad in Troll 2 was just a dentist. He was just a dentist that was just like, yeah, I'll be in a little movie as a character. Like, yeah, fuck it. It's like that same impulse that I think any of us would do. We're just like, if a movie was being shot where we were at and they're like, you want to be a star, kid? You'd be like, yeah. He kind of is like just a little guy, effectively, because he's just like a southern small town dentist. Like, everyone in his town knows him. He's a good dude. But like, he just kind of assumed that like, oh yeah, when I was younger, I made a shitty movie. I was in a shitty movie. I tried my best. I realized I'm not a good actor, but I had fun with it. And then he finds out that like, oh yeah, no, the little shitty movie you're in is a cult classic for being bad. People get together for movie nights to quote you. And he was just like, oh, he did kind of enter a weird phase where he tried to do the con circuit during the course of that movie, and he's like, I'm miserable doing this. This is not fun. You would think that like people making fun of you all day, you'd eventually kind of lean into the joke, but you don't, and it's just kind of a bummer. So German documentary about German sausage. It was the best, worst movie. Hey, you fucking dweeb. You fucking Dorcas. How dare you? It like, oh, that's a little watery. Then get like a little. Like, then I'm pretty happy where this is going so far, though. Look at him! Look at the lad! He's got some pretty decent gradients. I'm pretty happy with the orange. I think I could still do. Oh, I got his face. Yeah, I never actually went and like did the. I'm effectively. It's kind of hard to see at this resolution. I'm effectively just going into his face. I'm just kind of like touching up his nose and his little eyes and stuff like that. Hey, there we go. His little mustache. Okay, he does got like a little bit of a brown nose. The highest compliment. I mean, yeah. Like whenever you do pun, the highest compliment is fuck you. Like it really is. It's so good. Alright, there we go. So I did that, and it looked like the khaki on the wood was a good idea. Like it looked like that was working. So I'm gonna go back and do that. I'm pretty happy with him so far. See, how much time do we got? I don't think I'm gonna get him super done. But I want to try to still like get like little bits more of the wood. I keep like really building up that khaki color. I also really want to use I want to use the moss effects. I really want to use the moss effects because I picked them up, but I haven't got a chance to use them yet. I've not gotten to give the moss like a proper go, and I'm very curious how they turn out. Like, put like a little bit on the tip and just go like whip. Kind of roughly work it in a itty bit. I'm beating the fuck out of this brush. That's also a nice thing too. Is I don't know what the AK synthetic brushes are like quality wise, but they're at the same stuff. Mass Effect 3. No, you're not. Even in your joke, no one's fond of Mass Effect 3. To even build up that, you should have said Mass Effect 1, or at least Mass Effect 2. I can understand Mass Effect 2. Sorry, I played Mass Effect 3 the other like last year maybe, and I'm still bitter. I'm still upset about Mass Effect 3. God damn it, that fucking game. That fucking game. It hurt me twice. I played it on release, beat it, and then I gave it like a decade to marinate in my brain. And I was rewarded for that marination with Mass Effect 3. It didn't change. Nothing changed. It didn't matter. None of this mattered. It was still pain all the way down. That's how you doing, Jelton, man. Welcome. Really, tube hurts my brain? Nande. I'm glad you like the mini. Oh, gotcha. And I'm 2D, yo. Yeah, we're currently upset about Mass Effect 3. we are very upset about Mass Effect 3 existing. As everyone should be, to be fair. Got that. What do I want to do? I think I could get like a little bit more going on. Or like Mass Effect 40. What? Not it. Color of Kool-Aid do I want? I still love that that bit where they sent BioWare like a bunch of different like cupcakes that had like red, blue, and green, and all the cupcakes were the same flavor. Like they all of them had the same frosting, but this line, the story's made up and the choices don't matter. Hey, I mean, yeah, no, that was Mass Effect, 100%. Oh yeah, Moss Dragon. There we go. Get a little bit brighter on this, like not like a bit like green. I'm very glad that, so like this is supposed to be a tree he's standing on, but because I treed super hard on everything else, I was like making this a vine. Pretty happy about this. So I have not played Andromeda. I stopped giving BioWare money after Mass Effect 3. And the only reason I had the special edition is because Twitch gave it to me for free. To be fair though, I am the kind of person that an ending can make or break something for me. Like, I'm very much like, I'm okay with the middle's very mediocre. Like, for me though, like, if I spend a lot of time, like, getting invested in something and the ending is bad, it's going to retroactively sort of taint the experience. Like, as fun as it is to, like, be like I did, when I played through it again, I did remember, like, oh yeah, these are all, like, the little earlier bits and the fun bits, and you got, like, the little bits going on, like, the Citadel and whatnot. Like, get some of the side quest, and, you know, I love Tally. Well, Tally's fine. Tally died in my playthrough of Mass Effect 2 anyway. Tally's fine. Legion's cool. Jack is best girl. But then I just played it, and it's just like just getting to the end, and it's like still realizing that like everything comes down to the stupid space child. I'm just like, man, just such a fucking bummer. Get on there. Bit to the side. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do. Let's see what we're doing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the moss, but I think if I get, if I put on the wash, I think if I put on the grime on there, I think that's when I'll be able to do that. But I want to do a little bit of highlighty stuff on the little, highlighty stuff on the rope around the spear. Yes, I do. I need to go. Gotta get like a little bit of brown going on. A little bit like that. Also, I think stop. Let me double check on that. Nope, there we go. We good. But yeah, no, Mass Effect made me sad. But I'm playing fun games now. But yeah, also too for people who I didn't hear it earlier. I need to test to see if it works for next week. But I believe I might be able to play the Baki PS2 game. I might be able to play the Baki PS2 game, and dear Lord, is my body ready to see like. That I'm expecting to be garbage. I'm expecting the Baki PS2 game to be trash, and I'm super ready for that trash. I'm super duper ready for that trash. Highlight later. Oh, I need to get a bright gray too for the top of this. Yeah, for me, I think almost for me it was less about being blue balled and more like. It's like somebody who like you were friends with, and then like eventually like you fell out of friendship with them, and then you're like you meet them later, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember the good times of us together, and then you're like, oh, this is why we're not friends anymore. You're insane. It felt kind of like that, really. Like, oh, you were just like insane and self-destructive. Purchase? Oh, I don't need to purchase the PS2. Don't worry. I have ancient elven magic that will make the Baki stuff real. Do not worry. Do not worry. I have the power. Oh, that's kind of neat. I can just kind of like lightly go over it and then just kind of partially wipe it, and it less gets me the wood texture I like. I know, I don't think I threw it away. I have my PS2, but like the disk drive doesn't work, and I know it's apparently a really easy fix. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I have not gotten around to fixing the drive. There we go. Let's have a bad pal. How you doing? We're working on Ewok. Better. Also, something I need to do is I need to go and like effectively need to take this. I need to take a bigger brush and really try to, like, hacky the innards, I guess, is the best way to say it. I need it to look like the interior of, like, a tree. Yeah, I used to have a lot more older consoles. There was a period in my life where I had a Dreamcast, but I had to sell it for financial reasons. I'm a little sad about that, because I think my Dreamcast is a console that I never really had growing up, but I know it had some bangers on it, and I just don't think I properly got to enjoy said bangers. Like, I had Crazy Taxi, and I had, I feel like I had some other stuff. I don't remember exactly what other games. I definitely had Crazy Taxi, and Crazy Taxi fucks super hard. Which, mind you, you can play Crazy Taxi on, like, so many things now. Dreamcast is not necessary for Crazy Taxi, but so cool. Get this up with, like, a little... one extra layer of highlights on the front. More. All right, there we go. He's looking good. I think while he's getting ready to dry, it's time. Oh yeah, I need maybe one more layer of dirt around the bottom. Chocolate dirt. There we go. That's the color. Is it my chocolate? That's a fun thing to say. Is this my chocolate? There we go. It is my chocolate. Oh, no, the pod racing game does fuck. I do legitimately like a pod racing game. Oh yeah, I mean, I also like Offspring. Is it controversial to be like? Is there a reason you had to be like saying like ironically? Do people is Offspring considered a band that people ironically like now? I think like I'm not like the hugest Offspring fan where like I know a vast portion of their discography, but I think generally like the Offspring songs I've heard are pretty solid. I've had no real issues with any of them. I guess I could see maybe assuming that they're in that like Smash Mouth category of like kind of like ironic meme songs. A tiny little bit in the back that's going to be like nigh impossible to reach with the dirt without like fucking up everything. I might still try for them. There we go. All right, so we're gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'm gonna bust out the fucking villainy ink stuff. Let me take the fuck out of that real quick. Oh, thanks, Spring. God damn it, fucking nerd. Got a good jostle. In the meantime, I can go back to this asshole. Yippee! All right, Logray, what do you got going on, my dude? I also now have so many browns on my palette. I'm like, what brown was I using? I think I was using burnt. I think this is burnt umber. Yes. Get on his face. Eventually, I'll have to go back and try to do that like stripe pattern he's got going on. BRB. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Also got like a little skull on there and like a different color that I need to do for the leather, which kind of looks like maybe like slightly red brown. Ewoks are just like a tour de force on just like fucking around with browns, which is kind of nice actually. But yeah, I think I generally like... I did see a thing recently that somebody mentioned that the lead singer Offspring has like a bunch of degrees and is like published somewhere. I forget. I want to say it's chemistry. I think it's just like one of those things that people are just like Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't think he had like a... Which, not that necessarily degrees make you like really a super duper arbiters on how smart you are. I think people point out that he doesn't really have that many, but like fucking like the lead singer of Offspring had quite a few. Now, I did not verify that though, so that could just be an infographic out to trick me in my old as an old man that believes anything he sees on the internet. I guess if you do have a lot of degrees, people are like, "Ooh, nice. Hey, that's pretty neat." Degrees do I have? You'll never know. Not a huge amount. Enough to get by. Enough to get by is what I got going on. There we go. Like basically, I'm just like reapplying the brown everywhere. Mucklenbaji. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. I only found that out recently, but I think that's kind of neat. I always kind of like that when people are like have like a crazy degrees. Oh, he's doing HIV research? Oh, that's really baller, actually. I love it when people have like crazy degrees and they're just like doing other stuff. Like, not that like if you have crazy degrees you shouldn't be the lead singer of The Offspring. It's probably like a nice catharsis thing, if anything. But like, I just find that dichotomy that the dance fucker dance guy also is apparently helping fight the battle against HIV. Does Shaq have degrees? I legitimately know very little about Shaq, other than Shaq Fu, which is a game that like I remember there's like so much hate early on. Like, it's like people would buy copies of Shaq Fu to like destroy them. And I think it's like, I don't know if they're like hard to find now, but like the amount of people who were down to play Kusoge back in the day, I feel like was a lot smaller than the people who are down to play Kusoge now. Which is just kind of funny how that works out. I could see Shaq. I guess also too a lot like I have to imagine a lot of sports people. Like, oh, that's a baller move. That's a I didn't mean to make a basketball joke with that, but like that is a really cool thing. Like go finishing someone's education, like the payments for that is insane. Like that's such a nice thing to do. Like that really just like yeah, it's fun to give your friends gifts, but straight up shacked up in Hollywood. The thing is, I know he's doing like commercials and stuff, which I mean, you gotta get money however you can, really. It's like the sides of this are taking a little bit to dry, so I'll like feather this out. I'm gonna just like suck this up in my brush. I don't know why it's always up with this. I don't know if my like chocolate brown is just kind of like really collected a bunch of cruft. I had to fill in all the seats or else they wouldn't run the class. So they're like, fine, I'll bring my own. I'll bring my own class with hookers and blackjack. Oh, that's really neat. All right, let me grab the supplies because it's enamel time, motherfuckers. Because Ewoks are disgusting little critters, and I think as appropriate, I need to get them. Oh yeah, I'm doing a different little. I'm using like this little canister. I don't think this little canister holds left. Well, no, it kind of does actually. Hold on, a little bit more in there. Homemade's fine. Exactly. Let me get a bit of this in the dropper bottle. Grab a brush. There we go. We got this. And this paints me a name. Hey, come on. That's a stretch. That's a stretch, nerd. I get like a not too bad enamel. All right, let's try this out. There we go. And I'm also going to make sure to. I want a little thicker. Yeah, we're griming an Ewok, which sounds weird, but I mean, we all know Ewoks are hideous, dirty creatures. I think this is appropriate. I'm also going to remove some of this as well, too. So, yeah, I think this level of grime is like. There we go. Get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that dirt. Get a little bit of that stank. I think it's actually helping a lot more for like it's. I'm seeing like the little contrast going on in like the Ewok hood. I'm seeing a lot more of it in like the logs really kind of make them work. That up. I'll probably still do a get Rex spam nerds. I'm going to probably go ahead and still hit this up with like the brushes where I just kind of wipe off a lot of grime later. I think this does work pretty well though. Like it's evened out a lot of things. It's darkening things where I want it to. Not that. Oh, there we go. I just gotta like get a little bit more in there. How you doing, Sunshine? Welcome. I'm painting an Ewok. He is getting appropriately grimed as one does. Just get like, especially if I get like in there where it just didn't really collect very well. But how you doing, Sunshine? I'm actually having a real good time. This Ewok, I've been kind of like put a little bit more effort into. Not that I don't put effort into my other minis, but I wanted to try like really getting some of the bloods and stuff because he's like a much smaller, more controlled model. I can kind of focus on some things as opposed to like getting a bunch of rats done. But we're gonna give him. It is 2K. It's 11:38 where I'm at. We're gonna give him some time to dry and whatnot. So in the meantime, I can go back to the other guy. You be the lad. Got like a bunch of little details on him too. I want like to do. It's got like a little backpack and everything. I think they kind of use like the same backpack with like the leather and stuff for a bunch of nonsense. Let's go ahead and hit this up. Got like a bunch of bullshit going on. This is why, like, I don't know. I think it's also the big thing is like when I was looking at these two, I was like, Wicket is like, I kind of grew attached to Wicket a little bit by watching the movies. Like Wicket's like, I really need to watch Return of the Jedi again. It's been so long. I don't remember a lot of the Ewok stuff in Return of the Jedi. It was like a big part of it, mind you. Like I know that there's like a decent sized bit. Get rid of hydrate and stretch. Let me get a little bit of this brown on there. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I hope Ewoks feel pain. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. A lot of people still have that, like, I've come around, everybody. I'm pro Ewok now. I think Ewoks are rad. It's very funny because, like, so in the second Ewok movie, they have to fight these like bandit dudes, right? And like in the Star Wars movies, the Ewoks do a bunch of like, oh, we make traps and we drop rocks on everyone. It's, you know, it's like you're being resourceful. But in that movie, they are fucking like picking up guns and shooting guns the bandits dropped, and they're doing like precise like catapult strikes on them. It's fucking wild. And I know a lot of it's because they won an action like finale to the movie. Also, hello everybody, welcome. Oh shit, who raided? Hello Muzunomi, welcome everybody, welcome. Let me shout you the fuck out. Hello Decoy, hello Base Joker, hello Unknown Cartoons or Bass Joker, Mindless Scientist, Urak, hello Zorro, not Zorro, sorry, yeah, Zora Ladebert, hello Marcy, hello Decoy, and hello everybody, welcome. Let me fuck out. And also the Black Swordsman, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. And Rob Fillion and Loki the God of Mischief VR, and I can do Zori, and then Marcy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. What were you up to, nerd? What were you up to? I got Muzu to admit she's a bottom. You fucking dorkos. Hello Doggy Lord. Hello Mistress Elf. I am very sorry. Yeah, I'm just a pretty dude, my bad. Hi, how's it going, everybody? If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And if you want to see some minis I worked on recently, there's some over there. Yeah, like I said, I thank you. I'm glad you think I'm pretty. Let's go. I had to watch. I keep hearing that people say Skip the Toilet's fine. I keep hearing it's like okay. Was it really that bad? But yeah, I do a lot of Nurgle stuff. I'm really big on Turnip 28. I'm really big into Trench Crusade and whatnot. It's very, very cool. It's a very, very cool, what's it called? It is, how much, have you painted a mini, like, how much have a mini painted like you? I don't know. I'm a very slow mini painter. I'm a very slow mini painter. But, I don't know. I'll think about it. The creator sucks. Oh yeah, wasn't he doing some like weird shit with like trying to sue Valve for copyrighted stuff that Valve owns? That's a weird choice on their end. But hi everybody. So yeah, today I'm working on Ewoks. This is Logray from the movies, and then this is Wicket. Wicket is currently drying because I'm using some enamels to kind of dirty it up. With the idea that what you do is that's a bummer. I'm currently trying to dirty it up, which I'm going to eventually, like, kind of, I basically use, what's it called? I use makeup brushes, actually. I use those, like, little funky little makeup sponges, which I those. Yeah, there's a whole Star Wars war game called Star Wars Legion. Actually, though, if you guys are new to minis and stuff like that, I have not played it myself, but Star Wars Shatterpoint is apparently really newbie friendly. You basically, the minis are pretty big. It's basically all the Star Wars heroes, like, you know, just kind of taking your action figures and just like, fuck it, you know what? Luke Skywalker's fighting Darth Maul. Just gonna mush him. Muzubi in D&D. I don't know. Which would be Star Wars, where you could be a non-evil Sith. I don't know. I think you could, technically you could do that in an MMO, but like Star Wars, The Old Republic was not what I'd say a good game. I used to play it a lot with some friends of mine, and that was, oh god. Darth Maul did not die. Darth Maul got cut in half, and shit you not, he got robo-legs? Void Madia, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the workshop. He got robot legs. This is a, like, Clone Wars, the animated series kind of canon stuff. He got robot legs. He then eventually became the leader of the Black Sun Crime Syndicate. I think, was I playing it when I think I played it when it was free to play, funnily enough. Yeah, in Phantom Menace, he was basically dead. And then they later on, they were just like, we like him too much. We like him too much. So I played the Inquisitor in Star Wars The Old Republic. And can I say, in all earnestness, this is not hyperbole, that was one of the worst video game stories I've ever played. The Sith Warrior, I understand, is pretty solid. Like, it's not bad. The Sith Inquisitor, hey everybody, I'll save you time. This is what the Sith Inquisitor story was like in the Old Republic. I need to get powerful. I know, I'll huff ghosts. Oh no, huffing ghosts was a bad idea. I'm filled with Sith ghosts. Now I need to find some way to deal with the ghosts I huffed. I need to huff stronger ghosts. My ghosts are too powerful for you, traveler. Like, it was... Meanwhile, like, and like the Inquisitor's supposed to be like the quote-unquote, like the wizardy smart one, right? I was watching my buddy who was doing the fucking Sith Warrior do like main character important Sith stuff. And meanwhile, the entire thing was like, hey, do you remember Ahsoka Tano? Yeah. We put Ahsoka Tano, but like the Kmart Ahsoka Tano as a character that you can fuck. I didn't really want that. I get smart is not equal to wise, but I'm talking about, like, I have never played a bigger moron in a video game than I did as the Sith Inquisitor, and I didn't try to do it on purpose. It was not good. It was not good. The class was like, the MMO was, and like, I played it with some friends of mine. During a period where I was out of college, but unemployed and desperately impoverished, I basically lived on a friend of mine's couch. I worked at like the local, like, I want to say it was like the McDonald's. It was like some incredibly like low paying job. I'd worked out during the day, and at night what we would do is we would go into some like nearby, like a friend of mine had access to some like really good computers. We would download the Old Republic on them. We'd play till like 3 in the morning and get like gas station sodas and have a grand old time. Because when you play with people that are your friends, anything's fun. But the MMO is fucking bad. Don't do that. I'm sure it gets better later, maybe, but I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Yeah, it felt weird. Like, I understand that the Sith are not good dudes, but like trying to romance like the knockoff Ahsoka Tano felt very weird. They're like, maybe the Jedi are bad. I'm like, yeah, the Jedi are bad. Also, you should suck my dick. Wow, I never thought of it like that. Because effectively, she is like a Jedi, like the knockoff Ahsoka Tano is effectively like a Jedi Padawan. Maybe that's her name, Vet. I don't remember her name. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. But she's kind of like as far as I remember, I think you only really had like a handful of love interests. I don't remember what the other ones were. But that one was just like, fuck it, whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't care. It was not great though. Whole nobility. Yeah, see that thing kind of like that stuff for the Sith Warrior sounds kind of neat actually. It's bad. It's the plot is literally just huff ghosts. Oh no, I huff ghosts too hard. You know what? This time I huffed the right ghosts. It's like I said, the Sith Inquisitor story is one of the worst things I've ever played in a game. Like one of the worst stories ever. It's not good. It's not good. I will say what Steve is saying, though, is really true. Like, it was not a healthy happiness, objectively. Like, I basically had no future. Things were really dire. I pretty much had a pile of debt that was building up, and I was just, like, not paying attention to it and just kind of pushing things away. However, when you effectively... That might be Jason, but, like, effectively, like, when you just, like... it was effectively a neat life, but with friends. It was just kind of like doing some like loser scummy bullshit, which was kind of fun. Just fucking eat terrible gas station food all day and play video games with your bros. And like, there's nothing wrong with that as a thing, but like, usually you need to balance having a functioning life with that, and I did not at the time. But it does feel pretty, it was pretty cozy. Like, the big thing is, like, other than the fact that I was swallowing a lot of, like, I was effectively putting off a lot of stuff and just be like swallow my pride, live a dirtbag life in a way that was not healthy for me. But, like, I did that. But, like, kind of when you just remove, like, when you just put all that stuff aside, when you're just like, I don't want to pay attention to my real problems, it was, like, the most stress-free I've ever been. Where it's just like, yeah, I just work in my shitty dead-end job, and then I wait till the night, and then I play MMOs with my buds. Like, I never got to do the whole, like, what was it called? I never got super duper into World of Warcraft, but I imagine, like, peak World of Warcraft was probably similar for a lot of people. Yeah, it's the neat life. Like, effectively, like I said, that was the neat life. It's cozy. So thank you for the bits, like you think it. I don't think I had any of the chicken. It was all like 80-ounce sodas for like $1 back when that was the thing you could do. Oh god, yeah, no, there's so many Star Wars species. If you can keep track of all the Star Wars species, you are insane. Like, categorically. But yeah, it was a very cozy life, and I did have fun even if the game was not great. But yeah, I would never play it again because the story was dumb. But like playing with bros is nice. All right, let's go back to Wicket. Okay, let's go back to Wicket. Wicket's looking pretty good. I'm gonna take the sponge. I'm gonna like lightly try to like remove some of the dinginess to this, just a little bit. This is just like the reductive technique where you just kind of take a sponge and you just kind of use it just to kind of remove some of like anything that pools or like might be a little bit too dark. I might let this dry a little too hard, but it's not like this is the worst. Going through the lad. The logs, I think, maybe got darkened a little bit too much. But why is that sponge bit coming off? Snacks. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say everybody should do that, but if you have the opportunity to, maybe for a little bit of time, that's not too bad. Like, if you have, like, a little bit of time between, like, if it's a thing you could do between college and, like, high school and college, just take a little bit of time off just to do. It's like, just like a summer. Like, doing that during a summer is pretty solid. Like, that's not too bad. Not coming off super. I think I actually let this dry a little too much. I'm taking the mineral spirits. I'm just gonna, like... mineral spirits the, like, little robe a little bit. The eyes look a little... I think I might try to touch up the eye pits a little bit later, but overall this has turned out pretty... Because I think I just need to brighten up a lot of this model. Jason Williams, we used to do... Ah, there we go. Literally. Okay, that was the one, yeah. And it's definitely, like, also, too, because I think I did his belly pretty bright, and then, like, the enamels kind of darkened it up. Also, too... Oh, what's the Vtuber? Welcome. I have currently, like, dirt washed the Ewok. I'm cleaning it up a little bit, and I might probably eventually go back and maybe do some, like, highlights and stuff like that. So what I want to use now is this fucking, like, it's a little shiny, but this, like, slimy dark grime, which is supposed to be, like, a licheny moss effect. I really want to give this paint a try. Oh, it looks like we got an ad break too, so I'll just kind of... I'm going to get the prep ready for that. No, you can get... Hold on. See. Yeah, you can have Star Wars characters, but, like, that's the thing, though. As much as, like Gulp Shido is a Star Wars character, Luke Skywalker his name is Luke. Like, you can still have, like, a name, like a okay name. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. Yeah, so this is, I'm gonna grab a... So, I got me some new brushes for my enamels. Fuck off. That's also not true. Thank you for the ads. Thank you for not thank you for that. Thank you for the bits. The sub. God damn it. Alright, so we got this like dark green grime. But I want to like take it. I just wanted to see what happens if I like use it to like stain the wood. But yeah, I got some new brushes. Like I figured they were AK, since they're AK brushes, I can just like, that'd be nice to have a couple of dedicated like fine enamels. Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, okay. And just kind of fan it around and like, still a little shiny at this stage, but like, oh, this okay, this is incredibly promising. This is some incredibly promising like moss effects. I can put that under there as well. Let's go. I don't know like how mossy I want to make this. Like a light little bit will just kind of like bring it up. If I go like too heavy, if near the bottom where it's just like maybe the moss is growing up the side of a tree. God, I've been really enjoying enamel stuff. She used to turn to the dark side. The male Sith work a romancer from the oh, romance by all female male Sith. It is funny thinking about that. That like somebody had to do like romance math. Like not the players finding that, as in like there has to be a guy whose job is like how do you balance the mechanical values that would lead to satisfying romance in that video game. Like that has to exist in like a couple different areas. I just find that really fun. Yeah. Also didn't realize how many of you nerds played fucking Star Wars SWTOR. And I've been shit talking, which is fair. That's how you doing, Lemon. Welcome. Look, I'm working on Wicket. Currently using this like moss paint. And it's going pretty good. I'm kind of digging this. It's a very good moss effect. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it's like in the same way that like anytime I bring up Warframe, everybody's like, fuck Warframe. Also, let me tell you about how much I enjoyed playing Warframe a lot. Also, Zenith, SSMB. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. SSBM, my bad. I fucked up your name immediately. Goddamn. SSBM. Thank you. How you doing? I'm loving this fucking moss texture. I'm wondering like if you thicken it up, how much like is each subsequent layer just like brighter moss? Oh. How much moss is too much moss? I guess we'll find out. Ewoks are made for testing. Ewoks are made for testing. That'll be fine. I think I'm reasonably happy, especially too. I'm using any lichens that were like already on the logs, because these are just sticks from my yard, and I do remember that they just had lichen built in. I can also put a little bit on the ground, as opposed just to regular dirt. Really evil sick. Oh yeah, somebody's like, listen, I'm evil, but I'm not a bastard. I think I did full like. I think at the time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go if I'm playing Sith. I'm gonna go full mustache twirly Sith when I did it. When I did Inquisitor. I forget, I think my friends, we just all did. We were a warrior, a Inquisitor, and an Imperial Agent. I don't think everyone played, like, the Bounty Hunter, I think was the other class you could run. I don't think any of us did that, which is fine. There we go. Ooh, look at this. Like a nice little... The moss is really good on the base, actually. I really like the moss to, like, really... I'm gonna have to use this moss effect for my turnip stuff. I don't know if turnip really doesn't have moss just because like all the plants are dead in it. I just put a bunch. Oh, I could just put a bunch of it on the sides where I'm like, where the log is exposed. Oh, we have so I don't see. I use the official client, so I don't even have like a. I don't remember my username. I don't remember what email I use. So effectively, like all my progress is for nothing in a way that like doesn't really matter. Yeah, they does not matter at all. But still. I can put some of the moss on the vine, which is fun. A lad. A little bit. Like a little bit of moss effect on the weapon. There we go, on his little thing. Okay, there we go. Gonna put the little cap back on it. Pretty good. Kind of really dig this stuff. Let's go. That. Which I think I did the subclass that was like the more like lightning wizardy DPS one. There's also like that shadow tank one too. It's awesome dude time to get constructive. I've been constructed. I have been hella constructed. But how you doing? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Scave variety. And look, it's Wicket. It's him, the man, the myth, the legend. I think he's like, okay, he's dried recently on the face. Actually, maybe something I could do. Hold on. I think there's like 2 areas I can get like a little bit more brightness on there. If I go, like, get a little bit more on the rope. I don't wonder if the rope needs a little bit more grime to like really make like the rope bits stick out. It's probably fine. That's how you do Iron and Spoon. Kinda, sorta. So, I got the starter box that has the Rebel side in it. I have just the Ewok unit, just like the regular ass Ewok units, which I've barely done anything with. And I have the ATST that can be ridden by Chewbacca. So technically, between that and some of the mercs I have, I could maybe do a Rebel army, but I don't know how much you really need these. Up a wee bit. Let's see. Oh, Sir Steve. Oh, best of luck in BattleTech. Fuck yeah, you have to let me know how that went. But yeah, today's was just more because I've been watching the Ewok movies, so I wanted to think of, I was in an Ewok mood, so I was like, oh yeah, I picked these guys up during Black Friday, because my store was like, no one's gonna buy these motherfuckers. Though now there's people talk about making Ewok list in Star Wars Legion, where you do, like, I think it was Aslan, I think was mentioned, that like you could do like a 100 Ewok list, and it's like, I don't know if it's good, but I know you can do it, which I find very fun. Little highlighty bits. I think Tormenting Vet played a pretty Zabrak lady. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. With a non-human. Zabrak do look pretty cool, to be fair. I do think the Zabrak are pretty neat as a... I don't have like a favorite... No, that's not true. I do have a favorite Star Wars species. Ithorians. I love Ithorians a lot. I love those motherfuckers. I love kind of like how non-standard, like, rubber suit alien they are. I love the fact that they can sonic boom. Ithorians fuck super hard. They're really, really cool. They are 100% my favorite. Also, like, very lightly building up the orange again back on him, just to get like a little bit more brightness. Find that like perfect balance of like, I want him to look dirty, and I think he does. I think I nailed the idea that like this guy's dirty, but he's also your friend. Because in the movies and stuff, he's like a pretty friendly little guy. Oh, got like a little bit on the ear I gotta get though. Duros are very good as well. I don't remember if I remember the Cellcath a whole lot. Let that dry. And I think I also gotta like still like very. Do I have like a little bit where I can do like lady bit on the ear? Yeah, there we go. Just enough. Hey, let's go. All right. As much as I want to keep fiddling around with this motherfucker, and I do, I might touch him up a little later, but I think overall I'm reasonably happy with the way he's at. Unfortunately, I am going to need to wrap up the stream because it do be getting late, and alas, I do have the guild work tomorrow. So let's go to the chatting screen. All right, thank you all for coming. I had a lot of fun. So next week is going to be very weird. I will post official schedule later. How you doing, Flippy? Yeah, unfortunately, I need to wrap up for tonight. Here be my schedule for next week. I will not be doing a Tuesday stream. Unfortunately, I need to stay at work and do a little bit of stuff that would run into stream time, so I cannot do that, which is sad. We're doing that on Wednesday. I will probably be painting some more rats. On Thursday, we will probably be watching the fucking Juggalo movie, because why not? Why the fuck not? And then on Saturday, I will be running Lancer, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to be, the players, I can pretty much say the players are going to be Randon, Jets, Tsukimi Dorney, and Maple Winters. All very, very good VTubers. All very, very good VTubers. Let's see who of them is on. It looks like Randon's on. I will probably raid into Randon then, because he was one of the players in there. That will be on Saturday. Let me double check on the actual time just to give you all a little bit of an idea when that's going to be. That is going to be on, unless something comes up, it is going to be on 8 p.m. on Saturday. So like usual stream times. So that's going to be nice and convenient for everyone. So yippee. Yeah, I got both the mech nerds for this. Mind you, it didn't take a lot of convincing. Hey, mech nerds, you want to play cool mech game? They're like, yeah. And Skibby already has like tabletop mech experience, which is pretty fun. So yeah, we're going to raid. So yeah, they're going to be in there. And then Sunday mini painting, I don't know, more Ewoks maybe. So I'm going to end the stream on the YouTube side. Bye, YouTube people. Thanks for coming. I will see